9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Buzz, and happy Friday, beautiful people. It is your girl, Wrestling with Honey, the sweetest spoos, here for the Honey Night SmackDown watch along as part of Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. And of course, you know, as I said before, I'm the sweetest deuce. I'm the hostess with the mostest for the next 3 hours of your time here. There's way too much going on, not enough hours in the day, but I hope everyone is doing well. And I am so happy to be here. I'm excited for tonight. I know SmackDown already happened for a lot of you, but guess what? It's happening now for me and us lovely folk over here in the tri-state area and on Eastern Standard Time. And I can't wait to see and catch up what everybody else is on, because I'm hearing that there's some excitement to look forward to. Of course, we have a contract signing this evening with Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and of course, my tribal chief, Roman Reigns, blessing and gracing us with his presence in London, UK. We also have Michin versus Charlotte Flair going one-on-one tonight. We have a tag team title match. Titles, we have 2 titles actually on the line. We got the tag team titles with held by the Street Profits going against Pretty Deadly, and of course the United States champion LA Knight, going against that big SOB, that big son of a gun, Braun Strowman. Boy, I don't know. And then of course, we see here that Cody Rhodes is here as well. So I wonder what else we'll be getting into. We're getting closer and closer to this road to WrestleMania. We're actually getting closer to WrestleMania. We're actually on the road to WrestleMania, but it's just getting this road keeps winding down, and we're gonna get to the nitty-gritty really soon. And I honestly, guys, I know I haven't done honey pot predictions in a while. It's kind of hard to predict what's already happened in, if you're talking about time differences and such, but at this point, I don't even know what to predict is going to be the final card for Mania. Like, it's just been absolutely insane since the final boss and John Cena have aligned themselves against Cody Rhodes, and the Rock just keeps popping in and out everywhere. And then, there's just so many other layers to this story continuing with Naomi and Jade Cargill. So I wonder if we're going to get into more of that tonight as well. I wonder if Cena's in the house. I mean, they are in London. I don't see why not, but the champ is here. See what I did there? Shout out to everybody already in the chat. Oh my goodness, guys. It's been a wild week, but I'm glad I'm here with you guys. I'm able to make it for the Honey Night SmackDown watch along. Glad you are here too, Boza, as well as Dad and everybody watching. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't even know what to expect tonight. I just know tonight's going to be good, because things are going to continue to heat up as we get closer to WrestleMania 41. And yeah, it's just been a whirlwind of weeks, coming off of a crazy week last week and now continuing on. And let's see what our champion has to say. Oh man. By the way, shout outs to the WWT Live crew earlier. If you guys just came off with them for Women's Wrestling Talk, WWT Live show. I did not, however, get to check it out, but I will as soon as I'm done here, because I need to catch up on my good stuff and, my chit chat with my crew. But life has been lifing, work has been working, and just trying to at least be able to do the things that I love and make room for that, because that's the most important thing about life. Life is about doing the things you love and doesn't feel like work, especially if you love it. Good evening, Eric. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you. Boza says, hopefully Honey's friend Zelina takes another step towards Chelsea Green and the Women's United States Championship. Hopefully, because I'm really digging the direction that we're going right now with Zelina Vega. I can really start to appreciate where we're going. And it's safe to say, I think Triple H has been listening to us. I think it's safe to say that. London, of course, going off for the rest of that. For the rest of that song from downstate. Not just any theme song, Cody Rhodes' theme song. Hey Jeffrey, good to see you. Oh man, I know you pretty much got the goods already, but I can't wait to see what's happened. And we're gonna react here to it all. At least you get my genuine reaction. Listen, guys, let me tell you something. Forget what Cody's about to say right now for a moment. But you know how hard it is with these shows being overseas and being, being on break at work or on the train or on my way home from work and not having to look at my damn phone, like literally playing games on my phone so I don't look at any kind of social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, no nothing, because I know I'm bound to see a spoiler. I can't do it, guys. It's really getting to me, but I'm trying to ride through this wave. And it's tough. It's pretty tough, especially as like a content creator and somebody trying to keep updates on everything that's going on. You're bound to see something, but I'm glad I haven't seen anything. Pat, you did warn me and said something exciting is happening, but he of course is not going to tell me because he knows how much I hate spoilers. And of course I want to stay away from spoilers because I have a reaction show. Like, this is the whole point of the watch along show, to react to it, and I didn't see it. So it's happening right now for me. It already happened for some, and I understand that. So I appreciate no spoilers here. I appreciate you guys being so cool about it. You guys have always been really good with that kind of thing. But yeah, that's just not my thing. Spoilers is just not my thing. Not when it comes to this stuff, not when it comes to wrestling. But okay, now back to the champ. Of course, London is hype, and they're back singing the song. Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. I wonder what they'll think when they finally reveal that Cody was the third man. No, let me stop. Nah, man, Cena was bad enough. Cena heel turn was probably the biggest heel turn of, like, that's gonna happen in a long time. Like, I don't know when the next heel turn. That's gonna make it really difficult for like a superstar of that caliber. Like, you got to up the ante at some point. You know what I mean? Like turning heel, or somebody like Seth Rollins or even CM Punk, like, or Cody. And we could get Homelander Cody. Next week, SmackDown is back live. Thank the Lord, because then we could finally get back to our honey pot predictions, and I'll be able to, even still, my honey pot predictions is just literally what I think. And Randall. Hello, Randall. What's up? Since we took care of Kevin Owens, you're looking, well, we didn't really take care of Kevin Owens fully yet. We still have to nip that in the bud really fast. But just trying to send Cody that reminder, like, I'm still around. And yeah, I'll be looking at that championship you holding. London is going nuts for Randy. I love late, and you know what's crazy? Randy's getting this kind of love at the most perfect time in his career. Because before everybody loved Randy Orton's theme song before we did even a sing along for this. Like people were already doing that on their own. But now in this moment and time of Randy's career, for them to be able to, for them to actually be able to just show that's pretty much showing the audience's way of showing their appreciation for the superstar that's out. Like you're able to sing their whole song and know every lyric like you're a true fan in a different kind of way. And Randy's getting that legendary reception every time he comes out. You could tell he's milking it more because, like I said, I don't like putting ageism on anybody, but you don't, in this business, life can be very short in a lot of ways, and you don't know how many of these kinds of matches you have left. We have to at least get Randy and Cody and Randy and John Cena this year. By the way, if you guys didn't see it, make sure you guys also go and check out Kayfabe Podcast. We had a really good episode this past week, kicking off our Kayfabe draft round 1 and 2. We also had the our basically our predictions for John Cena's timeline for his final year, and Randy is definitely on that list. But yeah, make sure you guys check that out. That was a lot of fun to predict. So I'm really wondering, especially if we see Randy and Cena this year, we're definitely gonna get Randy and Cody. They're gonna bring us back to a whole nother time. That crowd is still singing Randy's song. They were still singing it. Yup, another sing along with Randy. Papa Honey's in the house. She's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. I had to sit out the spoilers, but also was just, running late from doing some errands and doing some things. I was out in the world. And now I'm just finally back home and cozy in my honey pot, in my comb, with my patchu and my wrestling. Woo. Yes, look at where you came from. Imagine, Jeffrey, you know what? That's a wild statement. That's a wild statement. Imagine a time when Randy's a face and John Cena's heel. Like, it's Cody Rhodes' fault. It's because he changed the timeline. It was like it's like Ant-Man and fourth dimensional shit. It really is. Let's go. Let's take a little history lesson here with Randall Orton and Cody Raheem Rhodes. Randall Keith Orton. It's a dope name, though. Jeffrey says, so nice you got to watch it twice. If it was, I mean, it must have been that good. It really must have been that good. Good evening, Benjamin. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Fernando. What's happening, guys? Hope everybody's week was good. You changed the business single-handedly. Yes, because you changed the damn timeline. The story's been changed forever because you. Good to hear. I'm glad to hear that, Fernando. Eric Tate says, do not trust a viper. A legend at that. This UK crowd is pretty insane. They are very, very hyped tonight. Well, they were. Timeline changing Cody. Always. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Cindy. Good evening, my dear. Hope you are well. And there's my sister, Courtney, supporting the other half of WWT, Team Bestie, and happy Friday. Good to see you, Mama. Hope all has been well. I miss you guys in the crew. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Talking about the torn pec match with Seth Rollins now. We're just going through the timeline of Cody. Like, there's the timeline of Cody, and because Cody came back to WWE, it completely changed WWE's timeline and how WWE moves. It's a he single-handedly brought it to a whole nother level. Boza says London, England is the right place to close this tour for TV. It's almost like a second home for TV. It really is. I have been very, very thoroughly impressed and very happy that the those in the UK and overseas were able to enjoy these shows. It's been quite the hassle only because of the time difference, but other than that, who cares? You know what I mean? We all love the same thing. Wrestling is wrestling. But I'm really excited and glad that they got to experience this, especially for the road to WrestleMania. And I'm sure there's going to be lots and lots more to come, of course. We obviously know that they have a few more international events this year. And of course, you know, when they get to Saudi and things like that. So Cindy says, I need an all woman WWT panel for Evolution. Listen. I'm Evolution. The next women's Evolution needs to be on. Listen, I'm so happy that this is now finally going to become the thing. If they need to, but this time they need to make it the staple. They need to not give it to us just because they want us to shut up and move on and think about something else or find another event. Women's wrestling is popping, and women's wrestling is the reason why women's wrestling is the reason why pretty much professional wrestling is doing what it's doing and why it's consistently on top. It doesn't matter, honestly, what brand it is. Women's wrestling is killing it, and it's the reason why a lot of eyes are gravitating towards that TV and putting those butts in seats. The women are literally running it. So this women's Evolution 2 needs to be on a whole nother level, and I will totally be on the panel for that. Especially we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to. Boza says, yeah, they talked about this on WWT Live with Evolution 2. Councilman said the same thing as Honey. They need to make this like a home run. Like, they need to not play around with this. Like, the main event needs to be big. Courtney says, Honey, you and I are going to have a busy summer. WWE's Evolution and SummerSlam. Listen, girl, I just can't wait. It's going to be a beautiful summer. It's going to be a beautiful time. Hi, Christina. Oh my God, long time no see, Mama. Hope all is well. Yay. Catching a watch along with us. So glad you could join us. Appreciate it. Oh man. God, oh my goodness. It's a party tonight, guys. You know what? I'm loving the energy. I'm feeling it. This road to WrestleMania is making my heart thump a little bit. And there he is, Mr. Drew McIntyre, or Drew Truth Teller, I should say. Why is he giving that Tom Hanks why is he giving that Tom Hanks Forrest Gump wave on the boat? Oh, Drew McIntyre. Oh, Drew McIntyre. Boza says if Honey's putting her schedule for Mania, Real TK told us that NXT's portion of Mania will start at 10 a.m. locally. I think they want to give fans a chance to leave NXT and get to Mania. So, about that, NXT in the morning. So, I'm going to wake up in the. I really hope I don't have to work that day. Oh, man. In the morning, early in the morning, they're going to. Wow. I mean, and I guess that makes sense because you want to have room for the other show or for fans to get to the next show. But that's early. That's really early. But I mean, hey. Yeah. Well, see, yeah, it's at 1 p.m. for you guys, but it's 9 a.m. for us. You know what I mean? Or in the West Coast, it well, well, technically that's your East Coast bozo. Yeah. Cindy says Gail Kim versus Charlotte in the main event of Evolution. Is that a real thing, or is that just a prediction for you? Because oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He just called Damien Priest Timu Undertaker. What? Timu Taker. I'm telling you guys, man. I don't care what nobody says. We was using that Timu version of things first because of Timu Bloodline. Like that was what that's I believe Will was one of the first who said it. But this everybody's using Timu and I think I should have taken like try to put in a bid to buy the word shenanigans because I feel like everybody's using shenanigans now. Like even on, analysts I see on TV. I'm not going there. Jeffrey, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I've seen a lot of people say that about him, and I'm like, why? Fernando says Nikki Bella, Paige, and AJ Lee needs to all return at the Women's Revolution PLE. Okay, so how about this, guys? Let's have a conversation. Because Drew's having a conversation with Randy, so let's have a conversation here. What women do you see being a part of this Women's Evolution too? Who do you see that would be in the main event? Who would even make an appearance? Oh, Randy tried to go for RKO, but Drew was able to dodge that bullet real fast. And then Randy Orton was there too, so who knows what could have happened just there, but very interesting that they got Randy and Cody working again side by side. Wonder how long that's going to last. Street Profits are here and they are up and they want the smoke because the titles are on the line against Pretty Deadly. Yes, boys are in the house. Jeffrey says, if it was me, I could see Paige if I want AJ Lee. You know what? It's funny you say that because I'm sure everybody saw the news that broke recently of Soraya's contract with AEW being up and she's no longer with AEW. So I definitely think that is a very high possibility. Yes, boys, back in UK. Yes, for sure. Benjamin Lamping says Trish, AJ Lee, and NXT women's roster, right? Just bring the whole roster. You don't even got to list the names. Just put them all there. Put them all there. Meta Girls, put in Fallon Henley, Kehlani Jordan, Jada Parker, just throw them in there. Stephanie, Roxy, why not? Well, Roxy's with us now. Roxy's SmackDown now. So, and speaking of which, Roxy is also on SmackDown in my kayfabe podcast draft. So funny. So funny. Courtney says, I would love to see Cyndi Lauper and Wendy Richter make an appearance. Also, if they want to go above and beyond, get Sabrina Carpenter to do the theme song. Sabrina Carpenter, that's a really fun choice. I feel like, it depends on where they do it. I know they have said that they're definitely going to be doing this, but did they say where this is going to be done yet? Because I guess depending on where it is, they're going to, of course, have either a pop star or a hip hop star from that area, possibly. That's not a bad idea, Jeffrey. Gail Kim producing Evolution. It's not like she doesn't have producer credentials. Eric Tate says Evolution 2 needs to be an outdoor show. I would love that. That would be cute. I would love that. Aaron Teagle, what's up? Good to see you, bud. Says, what's up, honey? How you doing, sis? Happy Friday. You ready for SmackDown Live and you ready for WrestleMania 41? Yeah, things are about to get crazy, man, in the next couple of weeks. But yes, I'm glad to be here. Glad to have you with us. And yeah, man, we are well underway with SmackDown for this evening and getting closer and closer to WrestleMania by the week. So right now, for those joining us and those listening as well, the question I have posed for you guys in the chat is, who do you see being a part of Women's Evolution? Who would make an appearance? What superstar would you hire to have the theme song or even perform, if that? And who would be your main event? Give me some names. Give me some ideas. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to like and subscribe this video as well and share it. Please. You gotta share the love. Cindy says, if Gail Kim goes to WWE, then I need it to be in the ring. Her history with them is a disgrace and a black mark on women's history there. We need a solid, respectful run of Gail Kim. I'm not mad at that at all. Jeffrey says, honey, Mark Nash is the new SmackDown ring announcer. Mark Nash? I thought it was that sports guy. What's his name that they just announced? Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't want to look on anything because I might run into a spoiler. So never mind. I thought it was a different name that I saw before. Maybe. Oh, ring announcer. Okay. So then, okay. Because who I saw was like for a commentator. Never mind. Eric Tate says DMD needs to be WWE. Now that would be pretty nuts. That would be pretty nuts. Bozith says that Trish should have one more title run starting at Evolution 2. I like that. Yes, Randy and Drew is confirmed for later on this evening. So that looks like that will be one of our main events. Well, if not the main event. And here come the Street Profits, the WWE champions, tag team champions. Cyndio. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. Cyndio says, honey, who you got winning the rightful main event of Mania Night 1, the triple threat for the women's world title? I mean, it's crazy though. I don't want you to hate me for this, but I'm just saying, like, I know my heart wants to say Io Sky because of the year she's had. And because now she's finally the champ, and but we have to remember that she's beaten both of these women. And one of them is going to get that pin. And if I'm thinking about it in long term of a story and not with my heart, because my heart says Io. I've been rooting for Io all year. All this past year, even the last few months, because she's just been completely dominating. But she got the upper hand on Bianca like twice last year because they went back to back on a crazy one-on-one match on Raw, and it was so good that they needed to do another one together. But my heart goes with Io, but I have to say, as far as the storytelling and the long-term part of it, it would have to be Bianca. But my girl Bianca is undefeated. And you can't spell WrestleMania without EST. So, I mean, I might have to go with Bianca Belair winning that triple threat match. Yeah. Only because it would be a way of her finally being able to overcome that mountain of being a part of a group and being a part of a sisterhood, a faction, a history game changing women's division, creating a moment of the year with the point to the sign with all three of them in the ring, her, Naomi, and Jade Cargill, to then the attack on Jade, to the shock of, or to Naomi then holding the titles. They won the tag team titles twice, first of all, Bianca and Jade, and then Naomi, after Jade was set to be recuperating from injury after being attacked, Naomi stepped up to the plate. Naomi is the attacker now, and she owned up to it. She beat the crap out of Jade Cargill last week. And it only looks like things are getting uglier from there. But Bianca's definitely going to win. It would make sense because she survived all of that. All of that happened to her in that same night at Elimination Chamber, and she still won. She still came out on top. So it would only be right for her to overcome all of that and to be able to have that success story where she overcomes that mountain and climbs that mountain and gets that title back. And then we have a whole nother reinvented Bianca Belair going at that. You're gonna have Naomi coming after her, Jade Cargill coming after, Nia Jax coming after. We could get Zelina Vega coming after. Chelsea Green, whenever Chelsea Green drops that US title. Not that I want her to right now at the moment because she's doing such a bang up job, but I think with Bianca Belair in this kind of way as a leader of the locker room, of the SmackDown women's locker room, I get that too. I get that too. I would rather not have had Io involved at all, but it would have only not have happened if she didn't beat Rhea. But she did, and she became champion. So I think that unfortunately, I think that they're going to pass this one over to Bianca. They just might do it. You got to I think Bianca has a streak going. And I know I'm not sure if she's holding on to it or if she's aware of it. But I mean, I'm almost positive she is because, us now as fans and everything, statistics are a thing. Look at Undertaker streak. Look at, the Brock Lesnar SummerSlam streak. Look at Goldberg streak, Oscar streak. You know what I mean? Like EST is on to something. You know what I mean? So I have to say Bianca has to win that match. If there's anyone that has to win it, it's definitely her. It'll be a testament to her whole year. Let's see what the chat is saying. But you guys let me know who you think. I could be wrong. Like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I'm not mad when I'm wrong if I don't have if my prediction doesn't happen or I don't, mark out because it wasn't what I wanted it to be. It's a performance. Wrestling's wrestling. It's a soap opera. It's my episode, and I'm just gonna see what happens next week because I'm gonna keep watching it. You know, I'm going to root for my good guy, root for my bad guy, you know, root for my tweeners. It doesn't matter. But that's who I think. And that's who and what I think could possibly go down for that main event. Cindy says Rhea has to lose because she's supposed to be going through a slump in her career. Bianca and Jade already stirring shit up on Twitter. Right. And you know, eventually we're going to want to see that. We're going to want to see Bianca versus Jade. We kind of been wanting to see it since they were face to face in the Royal Rumble when Jade made her first appearance. So to finally be able to get this like a whole year and some change later, it's worth the wait, because y'all wanted to break up these girls right away. Triple H showed you how to milk shit and let it simmer. Okay. Like as a wise musician man once said, and his name was Michael Jackson, you got to let it bathe in the moonlight. You got to let it simmer. Got to let it simmer. Tanya Johnson, good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. Oh, honey, we have no idea. Uh-oh. Well, I was going to ask, but I think I already know the answer to this. You know something that I don't because you already saw it. Jade versus Naomi has to be on a Mania card. Yeah, for sure. You got to get that out the way. And then Backlash will be Bianca and Jade, because Bianca is definitely gonna win. Like I'm just talking about like the storytelling of it all, like the long term. Like you broke the big three. Think about where the big three was last year and look at where they are now. It's amazing what can be done in a year. Amazing how things could just completely turn around. I'm doing well, Tanya. Hope you're doing well as well. Hope your Friday is good. Hope you're watching SmackDown and enjoying the show. Yeah, something about Boza, something about the way Adam Pearce has been running Raw. It's kind of like he hasn't really been running Raw. You know what I mean? He hasn't really been the GM isn't GMing. It's not working. The women, Boza says the women's world championship has been a mess. Monday, Pierce is acting like a child about it and making Bianca the ref when Rhea finally stops moaning and gets, well, stops bitching and gets Io in the ring. Well, I mean, Rhea was just, I want to call it bitching. She was demanding her rematch because mommies don't bitch. Just like, but yeah. Pierce is kind of lackluster with what's going on over there on Raw, and he's kind of just real chaotic and just doesn't know how to control his roster. Meanwhile, you have Nick Aldis being messy as hell. Shout outs to Tony Wrestling Reacts. She this wonderful, amazing social media content creator who's absolutely hysterical with her reactions on social media. She calls Nick Aldis messy Nick, and I think it's the funniest thing ever. If y'all don't follow her, please do, because she is absolutely the best. Oh, very close there. Very close there for Pretty Deadly. This match has actually been very back and forth between these two teams. It's about who wants it more. Damn. Somebody help Montez Ford, please. Oh, snap. Dawkins trying to hold it down for the Street Profits, doing not most of the legwork, but doing a lot of it right here, the heavy lifting. Finally got the tag to Montez, and here we go. This is where we retain, right, fellas? Yep. Doomsday done. 1, 2, 3. Well, all right. Very great defense. Good defense. Good first defense. I do love their new music. I do love their new music. I gotta hear it more on the headphones, like while I'm on my way to work and downloading. But I do like the sound of it so far because I do have the headphones in my ear. But this match is definitely gonna what this match just did solidified the rivalry between Street Profits and Pretty Deadly. Because I want to see that match again, but on a PLE and on a grander stage and on a grander scale with a crazy stipulation. Like, I need that. I would love that. Fernando says, what are your thoughts on what Mandy Rose said about she's the first double women's champion? Not Stephanie. So, oh, pause. Sorry. Come on, Zelina. The thigh high boots. Bootleg Men in Black. Come. Ooh, Zelina, is that new ink? I see new ink on your leg, girl. Oh, okay. Yes, please. Let's build up these women in this tag team division too. Come on now. Thank you. Where the hell have Kaden Carter and Katana Chance been anyway? I love, and you know what? And I love this backup. This makes sense. Like, stop calling my girls small. We got other small girls here on the roster. Like, and they'll still wipe the floor with you. Like, get out of here. Nobody's touching. No, nobody can see Zelina Vega. Sorry. But let me try to get back to your question. What was it? Fernando talking about Mandy Rose saying she was the first double champion and not Stephanie. I think that's her opinion and she's entitled to it. However, just be happy for people. Just be happy for people. I mean, not for nothing. If she's trying to do some work, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. But I don't think Mandy Rose will be returning to wrestling. Maybe not. Not anytime soon. I don't think she needs to anymore. But if she wants to, she shall. And that's all I got to say about that. Let's see. Yeah, seriously, looking like a 2000s award show red carpet, but still slaying too. She had the little thigh high boots and the skirt. It was That was very 2000. That was very 2005. Very 2005. Silver was such a big color. Like, I feel like silver was such a fun color in those times because, like, I was part of a dance group around that time, or like 2008, I would say, like 7, 8. Oh no, yeah, 7, 8, and I would remember a lot of times where if we were doing like a color scheme for our performance, it was either all black and like another color, like black and red, or black and silver, or all silver, or something like that, or silver and white. So yeah, that definitely brought me back to a different kind of time period, a different kind of honey. So when honey used to be choreographing and dance teaching in these streets in New York. What is this movie? What is that? I don't know if I like that. Yeah, the bucket hat is definitely what gave it away, Jeffrey, for sure. I love that. Jeff Metterling, I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying there, buddy. I'm so happy finally to see some backup for Zelina, though. Like, not necessarily have to be a faction, but you know, she's not alone out here. That's, you know, That's how we mostly run, especially us in a Latina household. When we're around, the others aren't too far away, and that's friends, family members, whoever. Oh boy. Oh, I love these moments that they show in these WrestleMania moments as we get on the road to WrestleMania. They show in the infamous Bret Hart and Stone Cold. Oh, there goes my hero, Bret Hart. There he goes. Oh, what a great match. Definitely one of the most intense rivals for absolutely no reason at all, but it was so good and it worked. Bret versus Stone Cold. It was so good. And then the blood and then and Stone Cold didn't tap like that picture right there was everything, man. You guys had to be there for that. I really thought as a kid, I thought this man was dead. For real, man. Like it was so good. The story it told was so perfect. Wow. Matches. The WWE Hall of Fame is now inducting matches. Immortal Moment, Stone Cold and Bret Hart, WrestleMania 13. Wow. Interesting. Hmm. I like that. I like that though, because not for nothing, matches should be put in the Hall of Fame. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, and there he is. There's the wise man, and there is our tribal chief, ladies and gentlemen. We have our contract signing next. I can't wait. This match, guys. This is probably that's probably one of the matches I'm really looking forward to. Like, I'm looking forward to the women's triple threat match, but I'm also looking forward to this match. Like, this is basically CM Punk versus the Shield. And he's faced one of them already when he was in AEW. And now he's here facing the two. Oh my God. I'm sure CM Punk is pretty much over the Shield at this point. He just needs to get them out of the way. I love that CM Punk is continuing to have obstacles in his way while trying to get to this damn main event at WrestleMania because that's all he's ever really wanted. And I think he can do it. I think he could do it. I just don't know about this year. Now, when you got somebody like Cena in the way who just made one of the craziest heel turns ever, and yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. But right now we got women's tag team action. We got the Secret Hervis out here with do they call not no, it's not Private Party. That's AEW. Child. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. What do they call them? There's a something party or party something. I mean, this this is something I didn't think I could see for Alba Fire. I didn't know that Alba Fire has been really a really good chameleon in the wrestling business. Like she's been able to adapt to her surroundings. Like she could pull it off and be that grappler and that gritty wrestler solo by herself, or she could be in a tag team with it with like a mystical witchy kind of vibe, or she could be a part of a funny gimmick wrestling team like the Secret Hervis. I think that's absolutely brilliant. And to make her a part of it, it's actually going to just make it even better because it solidifies Chelsea's reign. Oh my goodness, Piper Niven, girl. She is so agile. You better. Piper Niven is nothing to play with. It never has been. Party girls. The party girls is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, is that what they're calling them? Just the party girls? I thought it was like a different kind of name, but Private Party is AEW. Because I was thinking of that. But Boza said, I haven't noticed that, honey. She is a chameleon. She's just adjusting to being Sergeant A with no problem. Like, well, yeah, she just slipped right into the role and it fits her well. It fits her well. And right, I was just gonna say, people forget she's the longest reigning NXT UK Women's Champion. Thank you for that, Jeffrey. Seriously, she still is the longest reigning NXT UK Women's Champion. Like she took that and basically to that title's grave with her. Jeff says it's a female version of the White House. Yeah, I think it's hilarious how Chelsea and you know what? Not for nothing, I think a lot of us had kind of predict that this was going to be Chelsea's route as soon as she got this title. I knew it too. Like it had to be this way. There's no better way. She's a genius. She's an absolute genius. But who you guys going for in this match? Let me know. I know I mean, anybody who's on Zelina's side is on my side. Anybody who's Zelina's friend is my friend too. So I'm going with the party girls. Let's do it. Shout outs to Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Jeff says, come on, Chance and Carter. I agree. I'm on the same boat as you, buddy. What do you guys think about them adding matches to the Hall of Fame? I think that's pretty solid. No? What do you guys think about that? And the match that it's being inducted first, the first ever match inducted. You know what? I hope Councilman's watching this. Because Bret Hart, my hero, that he loves to call mid, is the first match that has been inducted into the Hall of Fame. WrestleMania match, mind you, and a game-changing history-making match. Record-breaking at its finest as far as, you know, the views of that night. Because it was something that was constantly talked about afterwards. It was even it even showed up as a small glimpse on a vignette in the beginning when it would open the show. I think it's such a cool move that they do that, because there are definitely some matches that are just worth being in a Hall of Fame in its own right, because we talk about a lot of those matches to this day, even on this network as well. Everybody talks about the career versus the streak match, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, or the 3 times that we dealt with that, where we had Shawn Michaels and Triple H, Stone Cold twice. I mean, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker twice. I got too excited, and I was still thinking about the match they just inducted. But yeah, between that and then Triple H afterwards, and then led to the end of an era match, like. There's some matches that definitely deserve to be in a Hall of Fame, and I think that also I think that the fact that Bret Hart is one of the first inductions for a match in a Hall of Fame, I think that's just something that should be acknowledged, recognized, and congratulated. That's all I'm saying, because my tag team partner happens to think he's mid, and I don't agree. But yeah, I think that's really cool that they put that match in there. Uh-oh. Piper Niven just screwed up. She squashed her own partner. Girl. Okay. Oh, we messed up here. Did we mess up a little bit here? I looked like something a little miscommunication there. I don't know what the mess up was, but something was supposed to happen there that didn't. Oh my goodness. Kaden Carter just Samoan dropped. She just Samoan dropped Piper Niven. Kaden Carter. Oh my God. Damn, they almost got the win there. Alba Fire at the very last second. Damn it. Get her, Kaden. Get her out of here. Oh my Lord. A lot happening right now. Crowd is on fire. They're chanting something. I don't even know what they're chanting. And we got Kaden and Piper Niven in the ring. Uh-oh, here we go. Of course, shenanigans. Chelsea Green is up on the rope distracting the ref. Oh no. Another miscommunication only on the opposite end. Oh my God, what a drop. They gave Piper the driver. Piper got her own driver now. Work. Piper driver. Piper, Niven, and Alba Fire have won and beaten Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. That's fine. Selena will just have to handle this one-on-one and beat Chelsea Green's ass. Here she comes. Oh! Oh! Let's go. Let's go. This ain't the first time I've dropped you on your face, Piper. Come on, Zelina. Of course. Chelsea Green's going to get the upper hand because you know when it's one-on-one, girl, it's a wrap for you. She calls that the unprettier. I'm done with her. Oh, shit. Oh, super kick to the side of my bestie's head. Oh my God, no. Piper never squashed my girl. No. My poor friend laid out and defeated. But you know what? She's from New York and she's Puerto Rican. She'll come back up there and she will whip your ass as soon as she gets the energy all over again. Come back next week and see if you try to pull that same shit. I believe in Zelina Vega. Push Zelina Vega. And that's exactly what's happening. So either way, I understand the story and I'm happy. My friend was definitely down. She definitely didn't come out on top for the night. But you know what? My friend was on TV and she killed it. And she's going to beat Chelsea's ass. And I can't wait. It's going to be so good. But yeah, shout outs to Chelsea Green and the Secret Hervis for their fantastic evening. And for the Secret Hervis coming out on top over Kaden Carter, Katana Chance. I'm probably predicting now that we're going to see a triple threat tag team match along the way on the way to this WrestleMania 41 that we are on the road on. Maybe we could see Zelina getting a title shot at WrestleMania. Like, I will absolutely lose my mind, or maybe even the SmackDown before or the SmackDown after. I feel like that's what we're gearing towards. We're teasing my girl getting some gold. If she actually wins, though, I would be so happy. Just saying. Just saying. Courtney says, question, would the Secret Hervis be contenders for the Women's World Tag Team Championship? I think absolutely. Absolutely. If they keep pulling off wins like that tonight, they have slight miscommunication, but it kind of works for them because they're clumsy from now on. It's like a cartoon. You know what I mean? There's a duo that's always trying to get at the protagonist or the antagonist, and then they like slip and fall on each other or slip slip and trip each other, things like that. So I kind of like that element and that dynamic in their relationship as far as what they do as a tag team. So that works for them. But I'm happy to see freaking all these women in action and on TV. So yeah, same. I'm not mad either. I'm trusting the process, and she's definitely getting a push out of all of this at the end of the day. Just another bad day in the office, Bosa. That's all you could look at it. And it's water off a duck's back at this point, because you got to keep pushing and get ready for the next one. You're only as good as your last. Ryan Sudol says, good to see you and thank you for joining us, first of all. Second of all, he says, dumb question. Can we hear your best Braun Breaker bark? I think that's pretty funny. Let's my best Braun Breaker bark. You know, the dogs don't be barking over here, but for Braun Baker. But you know what? Maybe just for one moment they will. That's as good as you're gonna get. Pat McAfee be going off on commentary doing it too. It's so funny. Eric Tate says, do you think Sting will be at the Hall of Fame for Lex? I think he should. And, you know, being that we are in a different regime when it comes to WWE now, I feel like that won't be a problem anymore. Thanks for that, Brian, because honestly, that made this whole conversation so much more interesting. Or Ryan, excuse me. I said Brian, but that's pretty funny. But that's all you get. Boza says, I wonder if they're stopping inducting a Warrior Award inductee. I'm not sure why they would. I don't think they should. You know what it is, Jeffrey? That's the I think it's more so. All right. So how do I say this? I want to put this in a way where everybody can easily understand. But the theme song changes kind of have been throwing me off, because but it's not her fault in this case. It's not anybody's fault, honestly. Oh God, weekend with another year on a WrestleMania theme song card. Like, bro, how do you get this? How do you do this? He must love wrestling. He must love WWE. He must. But oh wow, that's Louis Capaldi right there. Wow, holy crap. Who's that? Oban Elliott from the UFC. But so the thing about the theme songs is this. It's hard for people to grab it, and I understand why you say I wish they added the Zelina Vega in her intro music to her music, so that way you know who it is. But kind of the whole point of having a theme song is for as soon as it hits, you need a reaction, and people will be able to tell right away who it is. Like, as soon as that first note hit in Ultimate Warrior's theme song, we knew who that was. Because we didn't get enough Zelina TV time and push for her the last couple of years. I mean, and again, not all of us are into theme songs, but I'm very heavy into theme songs, and I listen to hers very frequently. I listen to WWE theme songs very frequently, almost every day, even on my way to work. And sometimes it'll be the same ones because I just enjoy them. And I love Zelina Vega's last Def Rebel song, for the doll, or the Royal La Muñeca, that one with the dope beat. Like, I really dug that. But it sucks because because of the circumstances of her not being able to be on TV as often, or because she wasn't being on TV as much because of whatever situation it was, um, the crowd didn't get to hear it often. You know what I mean? Like, people gravitate toward LA Knight because they hear that LA, boom, you already know who that is when you hear it. And everybody starts going, yeah. Like, once people heard Zelina Vega, there should always be a pop, but there wasn't because people never heard the entrance all the time, which is unfortunate. And it's like, it's a pro and a con, and it's hard to outweigh because it's like, victim of circumstance. Not, I'm not claiming anybody a victim, but I'm just saying, like, the circumstance was just not working and meshing well for it to be one total package where we understand it. Zelina Vega now, like, even there, like, she's running out and nobody's real, like, it doesn't sound like anybody's hyped to it, but that could also be because of the new music, and they couldn't really tell at first who it was. But you best believe the minute you heard uh the first drum beats to Shawn Michaels theme songs, like, you already knew. But, or even Braun Strowman, when you hear the roar before his music starts and then everything starts playing, like, or the Bray Wyatt piano note, like, there's just certain elements that help you get into what's about to happen or who's about to come out, which is why I feel like it's important even in Royal Rumbles. And this is shout out to Pachu, because Pachu was talking to me about this the other day. The Royal Rumbles, they should hold back on giving us who's exactly in the Rumble or what order they're in, because that way we won't know anything and you still have more of the element of surprise. That's what I remember about the days of me back in the days when I was watching wrestling growing up. And I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, back in my day," but I'm still well into my mid 30s, but I'm just like, I remember when I would hear the first drum beats of the Rockers music and I knew who it was. Like I knew who was coming out, or the guitar note for Bret Hart's theme song. There's just certain things that you gravitate towards. And I just don't think that the audience got a chance to gravitate and grasp Zelina Vega's music in order for them to be able to connect with her for when she comes out. So it's neither end's fault. It was just the umbrella that we were under throughout those years, because for some reason she was just not getting pushed the way we all wanted her to. But being that we have this regime now and we're finally seeing it happen, it lets me know that they're listening to us. So I'm just appreciating it. The fans will definitely catch on eventually and they will start to care. I care. You know what I mean? We're invested because we watch every week. So of course we care. So I'm just finally happy. I'm just finally, I'm happy to finally be able to say that Zelina is getting that push that she deserves. So we're telling a story with her here. And Braun Strowman is absolutely beating the dog shit out of LA Knight right now. And the US title's on the line. He's literally hitting him like a Mack truck. And I don't think LA Knight could have ever prepared for something like this. Boza, yeah. The 6th straight Mania. And they haven't even gotten this man to perform yet on a Mania. And they need to already. Yeah, sick it is. Every single year. It's a catchy tune also. Will Raleigh Sport 1, good to see you from the UK. Thoughts on the new SmackDown ring announcer, Mark Chinook? Thought he was quite good. There's on his first WWE show tonight. I think he's doing a great job so far. I'm not quite done yet. I know you're in the UK, so that means SmackDown is completely finished for you. We are well in 1 hour into our show this evening because we're over here on the tri-state. But thank you so much for your comment. And yeah, so far so good as far as the ring announcement. I can't be mad at it. Jeffrey says that's true too, especially if it's a new song, you're not going to react to it yet. LOL sucks they got rid of her last one. Yeah, because if they didn't, they would have known who it was immediately or right away, for sure. Excuse me. Oh boy. And as I said, we are well 1 hour into our Honey Night SmackDown watch long. Got 2 hours left. Well, a little less, an hour and 50 minutes left. And we are well underway to our 9 o'clock hour for SmackDown. And so far, it's been a great show. We saw Street Profits defend successfully against Pretty Deadly. We also had a women's tag team action between the Secret Harvest of Alba Fire and Piper Niven, accompanied by Chelsea Green versus Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, the Party Girls. And it was quite a good match. Of course, shenanigans happened and transpired, and Zelina Vega was now involved because, of course, they tried to bully my girl backstage, and she wasn't having it. We also saw Drew McIntyre and Cody and Randy have a special interaction, which is now leading to a match between Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. So lots of good stuff happening already so far. And now we have the United States title on the line. I know eventually we're going to be getting to that contract signing between our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and then CM Punk, as well as Seth freaking Rollins. I want to see more of what's happening with Bianca. Like, where's Bianca? I mean, I know technically Bianca had the contract signing on Monday, but I need to know what's going on with Naomi and Jade, actually, I should say, because that's a lot where the mystery lies, and wonder where we're going to be by the time we get to WrestleMania. Because if we're getting Jade versus Naomi at WrestleMania 1-on-1, whoo, baby, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Jeffrey says that's true, especially if it's a song. You're not going to react to it yet. Oh, well, yeah, I read that one already. Hello. I thought that was a new comment. Don't forget also, guys, WrestleMania, WWE World is going to be at WrestleMania weekend at the Las Vegas Convention Center, West Hall. Tickets on sale now on fanaticsevents.com/WWE. The days are going to be the 17th and the 18th. Or did it say the 19th and 20th? Wow, did he just do that? Okay, LA Knight. LA Knight. Yeah. Elbow drop right there to the big man and going for the pin. 1, 2. No. Big man is not giving up. This is a big opportunity for Braun Strowman to possibly get his hands on gold again as well. Eric Tate asks, are you going to be at WrestleMania? I will not be at WrestleMania this year. Not this year. But I know there'll be many more. There'll be plenty more to try to go to, but this year I'm sitting this one out. Uh-oh. The Strowman Express. Here we go. Oh, there he is. With a flying elbow, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu is in the house and has completely bum rushed the party. There goes that U.S. title defense. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Samoan drop to Strowman on the commentator table. Wow. Well, let's not forget these two have been going at it for quite some time. And Jacob Fatu is back for more. He is taking down the big man with headbutt after headbutt. Fatu. They're saying ole, ole, Fatu. Ole. Fatu. Oh, LA Knight coming in to join the party as well. Thought you were slick and was gonna get one over on me, Sir Jacob. Oh, I think so. Yes, you were going to get one up on me by throwing me up and doing a Samoan drop. Yep. Yep. Jacob is unstoppable. Ugh. Just constant hip thrust after hip thrust to the corner on the big man, just taking him out Umaga style, not playing no games, all gas, no brakes. Ugh. They already love him, Jeffrey. They already love him. He's already loved. We love not Solo. We love Jacob Fatu. He loves Solo, but we love Jacob Fatu. Y'all almost got me on that one. But Jacob Fatu, oh my God, what's not to love? Heel, face, tweener, whatever you want to call it. Jacob is all right in my book. I'll acknowledge Jacob. No problem. He's doing it again. Another somersault. Oh my God. How can he do this? Usually we're used to seeing someone take out. We're usually used to seeing someone take out, like Braun Strowman taking someone out. Oh, there goes the shakes. He got the shakes. But we're used to seeing Braun Strowman knock everybody out and take everybody out like that. Jacob Fatu did that. Oh my God. And this slap right here, man. Child. That was a hard slap. And I'm sorry, but Jimmy, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. No, Jeffrey. Absolutely not. I didn't even finish the sentence, so technically I didn't say it. Big Jim in the house. I agree, Courtney, for sure. He said, I'm going to keep smacking him. He said, I'll do it again. That's right. Jimmy and Gunther are tonight because he challenged him last week with that slap. Well, we got Jimmy doing yeet now, and all y'all bought them no yeet shirts. Y'all was so no yeet. Oh, Mellow don't Miz. The fact that Miz is still is now like turned into R-Truth. He's basically turned into R-Truth and trying to like find a tag team partner now. That's basically what he's like turned into, and I love that. It's not Gunther Miz. It's
Gunter, the ring general Gunter.
Oh, that's on Monday. Got it. That's right, because he jumped him on Raw. Miss Fletcher. Yeah, how about it? How about it, Miz versus Jimmy Uso? How about it? So with it. So with it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be real good. Very nice. Miz is just A+, man. He's just perfect every time. That man gets no misses whatsoever. Ah, yes, here we go. This is what I want to see now. A week ago, Miss Naomi, Madame Naomi, beat the crap out of Jade Cargill, left her down and out, and apparently we're going to hear from her next. Can't wait to see it. Oh, man. Man, if I ever jump into a mirror and I see Super Mario World on the other side, you best believe it's going to be like Jumanji up in there. Super Nintendo World in Universal. Oh my God. I've been so out of touch with everything in Florida. I need to go to Orlando. I need to go to Disney World again. I need to just feed my inner child. I am so ready for that Lilo and Stitch movie though, because that's going to be the one that I'm saving for the summertime. Jeffrey says, oh, Jeffrey dropping hints now. He says, pay close attention to this, Naomi. Gas Mask says he must defend Jade's honor. Well, let me see it first. Let's see what happened. I need to know, there's still more to peel of this layer of the big three and, as to the reasons why Naomi did this. So, I mean, not that she owes us shit. She doesn't even owe us an explanation. But quite honestly, she's kind of not wrong. Because when the big two, which was Bianca and Jade, when they had the titles, Naomi was around to help and she was down for the ride. But when it was the other way around and Naomi was on her own and doing stuff and she was in trouble, yeah, I didn't see them anywhere too much. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Jade is valid for wanting revenge, and Naomi gave her reason. Did she do it the right way? I don't think so, of course. There's no coming back from stabbing a friend in the back, but this is going to be really good. And I can't wait to hear from this Naomi. Like this is the Naomi that's probably going to get out all her frustration and anger, out that she's been wanting to let out since the moment or reason why her and Sasha walked out all those years ago. She's got to tap in and dig deep with this promo that she's about to give me. I need her to serve it to me on a silver platter and give me unapologetic. Give me, I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. And Jade, I'm coming for you. I'm challenging you at Mania. I need that. I need that. Ah, yes, of course. Part of WrestleMania week, we also have The Undertaker for One Dead Man Show. Saturday, April 19th, which is a fantastic show. If you guys are ever able to go see it, please go see The Undertaker Dead Man Show. It is actually phenomenal. I saw that. I saw him a couple years ago in Philly when he did the Dead Man show in Philly after Extreme Rules the night Bray Wyatt returned, which was a pretty wild night. I can't believe Fatu completely wiped out Braun Strowman like that, guys. He had no business taking him out. Well, but then again, he kind of did. I get it. They're beefing right now, but still. It's absurd to even think that somebody could take out Braun Strowman in that kind of way. Uh-oh. He's backstage now. Or else what? I have no words. Oh. I love you, Jacob. And I acknowledge you, sir. He just put Solo in his place. Like, nah, you're not finna talk to me like how you talk to your brothers, like how you could think you could talk to Roman, like how you think you could talk to Paul Heyman. Nah. Oh, sorry, guys. Like, oh, wait, hold on. Let's listen to Naomi. I need to hear this. We'll get into Jacob in a second. Huh? Oh, oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I'm just trying to listen. Hold on, y'all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on, Trinity. Proceed with come on, Naomi. Ooh! I just got my life from that promo. Oh, that vignette was sickening. This I'm telling you, and I just said all this. Y'all. I literally just said Naomi needs to tap into that era of where she from the moment when the whole situation with Sasha and they didn't show up or whatever, or they weren't there. Like I'm so glad she's feeding into this. I'm so glad she's and proceed with caution and wearing the caution tape. Baby. Proceed with caution. Jade with the Kill Bill outfit. Jade looking to catch us somebody. And now we have Michin along with B-Fab on the way to the ring for where we will have Michin versus Charlotte Flair. But oh my God. A lot to unpack right there, especially from this damn bloodline. This bloodline continues to just tell their story, which is, let's face it, guys. This family has royalty down, like past royalty, present royalty, and future royalty. And baby, all of that was telling me what's happening in our future, and the Samoans are going to continue to run it. The bloodline, it's a beautiful thing. But oh my God. All right. So first, bye Solo. You are out of here. Nobody acknowledges you as nothing. You ain't no tribal chief of nothing, not never have been, my good sir. Because now there is a Samoan werewolf that is now on your heels, and he's going to get that gold, as he said, with or without you. And I think he was hinting at it because he said, I could get it with you, like talking to Tama. Like it's gonna happen and Tama's gonna help him, and then or without you. Because this is going to lead to a whole nother kind of bloodline civil war now. Because now you're gonna have Solo running back to his brothers that have just been reunited. And then you have Jacob running the bloodline in the future. And that is a bloodline I can totally get on board with, because that is not Timu bloodline. That is the werewolf bloodline, and we are not going to deny the greatness of that future bloodline whenever that hits. If it's Tama Tonga or Tongaloa, like, because we haven't seen Tongaloa in a minute either. But I'm just saying, for Jacob has no fear. And for Solo to even think that he could say, you better watch how you're talking to me. Like, I beg your pardon, sir. What weight do you hold around here? I don't see you wearing no ulafala. I don't see you holding no title. I don't see you calling no shots in the main event, sir. So Jacob is about to be a superstar, and not on a whole level of rated R at all. Like, it's going to be superstar, like super, 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 super duper. Oh my God. And it was so good. And that's how he needs to be. Werewolves run by themselves or in packs. You're either with them or you're not, especially the leader of the pack. And Jacob is the leader. My God, that was good. And then Naomi, Trinity, girl, I love this for you, and I'm so happy that we are getting this presentation of you, because not for nothing, the time has come, Naomi. The time has come. Though both of those promos just back to back just got my like juices flowing and like my blood rushing for some reason. But and proceeding with caution, like the whole and the who had your back since day one, Jimmy Uso's your husband, day one ish, like. Girl, you are Hunter. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you so much, because this is the name Naomi we've known we could have had years ago with Team Bad, and she's always the bad one in this situation. She was referencing every single thing, and I'm here for it. And then putting. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shut the hell up. No, shut the hell up. Nah. Shut the hell up. What was that? What was that? What? Shut up. What was that vignette? Is that what you were talking about? We got another sneak peek. Lately, these vignettes have been appearing. We've had two of them. There's one with a shadow and a mask, and then there's another one that is dark and had smoke. This one had Roman numerals in it and a candle, and at the very end it flashed with blue light in the back and a hooded figure. And I don't want to say what I think it is, because I don't want to jinx it. And I don't want to get in trouble. You know what we're going to do? This is what we're going to do, guys. I need a minute to breathe. I need to no. I need to soak. And why would they put this match after that, knowing that I'm still going to be talking about this whole damn match? Oh my God. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go to a break. Go to a quick break. Shout out to our sponsors at Caribbean Wrestling. Yeah. Oh my God, Naomi. Wait, I can't go to commercial yet. No commercial yet. Hold the commercial. I don't even know what to do right now. Naomi just came out and ruined the whole damn match. Oh, shit. Now, how can I take a break? See, I thought they were about to go to commercial just now. How can I take a break during women's wrestling? Like, are you kidding? Oh, my God. All these beautiful, melanated women just taking over the second hour of my show, and I'm here for it. Naomi's on her Owen Hart shit. She's done with y'all. Proceed with caution, because I will mess you up. She is tired of everybody's shit. She's tired of being underutilized, overlooked, underbooked, and underappreciated. Oh, here comes Jade. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go. I love this Naomi, by the way. And her hair. Oh, shit. Jade Cargill about to Beatrix Kiddo that ass. Oh my God. Run, girl, run. They're going to give us that. They're going to wait to have Naomi and Jade put hands on each other, because it's going to be worth it by the time we get to WrestleMania at this point. All right, well, B-Fab got injured, but what does this mean for the match now? Because this was supposed to be Michin versus Charlotte Flair. Jade Cargill now escorting B-Fab. Real talk T. It's no shade. It's no shade. This is what happens when you don't mind your business. It's no shade. I get it. Did someone say Charlotte Flair? Woo! Of course, Dad. There she is. Here she comes, your girl. Oh, this is the second time we have Jade versus Charlotte cross paths. It only happened once before. Because you know we need to get this too. What the hell is happening tonight? There's no way they put all this shit in the second hour back to back. This robe is giving Charlotte. Good Lord. I can't even focus. So much just happened in the last 10 minutes. I can't even make of it. Like, I want to go to commercial. Depending on what happens here, if they go, they're probably going to go to a commercial. So when they go to a commercial, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to a commercial. I cannot believe everything that just from Jacob to Naomi's vignette to that other vignette. I'm not saying the word. I'm not saying the name. I'm not saying anything until I see the figure behind that shadow. And I want to say I know who that is, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I don't want to get my hopes up, y'all. And I don't want to jinx myself. I don't want to get overexcited, but it looked like somebody that I think I might know who it is. And I'm going to cry tears of joy. You have no idea. And I hope somebody on TikTok or on the gram or somewhere is dissecting this shit out of that promo right now, because I need to know what the hell they were telling me in that vignette. I know that candle blowing out meant something. The numbers in there meant something. They showed numbers the last 2 times. And I need to know the meaning behind this. Oh, hell no. Charlotte, you're not about to squash me, Chin. That's not happening. That's not happening. Yeah. Short break. Let's do that. Thank you so much, Joe Tessitore. Speaking of break, let's go do that. Shout out to All Caribbean Wrestling, our amazing sponsors. Make sure you guys check out all the things that they got going on in all their social spaces. And shout outs to Boss Lady and Professor, who do commentary work with them. And they got a lot of great things going on over there. So let's just take a quick break, absorb all the information we just received, and we'll see you guys in a moment.
This episode of Women's Wrestling Talk has been brought to you by All Caribbean Wrestling. Catch the wave. Go to allcaribbeanwrestling.com to check out all the latest pay-per-views, or go on the YouTube page of All Caribbean Wrestling. Also, go and check out their socials on Instagram at All Caribbean Wrestling and on X at All Caribbean WR1.
Oh my God. All right. All right. So we're back. First of all, thank you guys for joining me here on the Honey SmackDown Watch Along as part of Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Shout outs to All Caribbean Wrestling. Make sure you guys follow them on all the socials. What the hell, guys? What is happening tonight? This SmackDown is literally on fire. So you know what? I'm going to take some time and go into the chat since we're still on commercial here. I'm going to go into the chat and see what happens here because we just had to unpack a lot of information. Oh my God. So Boza says Naomi is jealous that she wasn't asked to help Bianca out with damage control. Let's see. SmackDown. Eric says SmackDown is getting good every week now. No kidding. Jeffrey says Sis was acting in her role tonight. Give her an Oscar. So, give all three of these women. Give Bianca and Naomi their Oscars. Damn it. Damn it. Boza says he's speechless. Trinity is making this turn as Naomi worth a damn. She's giving it her all. Like, this is the Naomi, like we were saying it ourselves, guys. We were saying it ourselves when she returned and all of a sudden she started losing. They're like, what are we doing here with Naomi? Like, why are you going to bring her back just to have her lose? This is the long-term storytelling now with her because now, like she said, she's tired of being underappreciated and she's here to stay and she's here to show you bitches that she's not messing with y'all no more. She's not dealing with y'all shit no more. And I love it. Oh, I love it for her. I love this for her so much. Oh my God, Trinity. And then Jacob, all of that. And then they have the nerve to put the vignette, that mystery vignette after all of that. Like, we're just like y'all not like, I feel like they're out to they're out to get me to react overly. Like, they're trying to get me overhyped, guys. They're just trying to hype me up for something. And I don't want to get hyped up, but I am, and I can't help it because I don't want to say who I think it is, but I think I know who it is. And I think everybody knows who it is. And I see the name in the chat, but I don't want to say it out loud. Do I want to say it out loud? Fine, I'll say it out loud. Benjamin does say that Hunter is cooking, which have you watched the last year? Hunter's booking, Hunter's cooking. Like, he should write a whole book about it. Oh my God. I can't deal. I can't deal. Jeffrey, you did not. You were not wrong about that. You hitting me with the Nicki Minaj. Did I lie? Is that what you're doing? The tease for Jade versus Charlotte, like, it continues, and I'm glad they did that because Triple H is pretty much reminding us, I didn't forget about y'all. I didn't forget. That's basically what he's saying. And that was the one that Patchy was teasing earlier, Boza. That's the one. I believe that's what he was talking about. That. Oh, what a powerbomb there for Michin. Michin, you know what? Charlotte always loved Michin, and she always saw big things for Michin. She was always good on putting her over. So I wonder what's going to happen here in this match. That was a hell of a slam. So already people are trying to dissect this vignette, this secret promo, this hint, this teaser. We saw numbers, we saw a candle, we saw blue lighting, we saw a hooded figure. Boza says, honey, we have a date, the SmackDown After Mania. SmackDown After Mania is what date? Because I saw, let's see. Oh, the 25th, is it? And it just so happens to be a Friday? Oh my God. Oh, Dad's not saying the name, but I'm on that same wavelength and I'm so nervous. I don't want to say his name until he's back on our soil, man. I don't want to say it until I hear that music. I swear to God, guys, April 25th, y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready because I am going to scream out the words and lyrics to Root of All Evil so loud in this microphone. Y'all might have to mute me. I could mute myself, but foot on the rope. Well, not a foot, a toe, basically. But Benjamin, yeah. Hunter and his long time storytelling. Gas Mask says that promo was lit. I refuse to say that name, y'all. I'm not saying it yet. But I'm so happy to know that it's a possibility if it is who we think it is, that my friends will be reunited on SmackDown. And I love that for them. Oh my God, let me stop. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I'm just going to be staring at the TV in tears, like seriously, legit happy tears, because I would never thought that this moment was going to be happening. But April 25th, you know what? Wow. Michin taps again to the figure 8. I'm glad Charlotte's bringing the figure 8 back, though. I'm glad she brought that back. Let's see. Guys, I don't know. I can't believe I'm still getting over that vignette. Oh, hey, Tiffy. Mm-hmm. Go off, Tiffy. Toodles. I love that she's not scared. She's not that Vince McMahon blonde book egg. She is a cute, pretty, beautiful, tough, blonde, strong, and will kick your ass and defend your title and is not afraid to do it. Not afraid of a challenge, including one like Charlotte Flair. Ugh, this SmackDown is good for no reason. Like, why is this even happening? Why is this even a thing? WrestleMania Vegas After Dark. Oh, that's got to be fun. There we go. Getting closer to that time, y'all. To that contract signing. That middle hour, Triple H, you're wrong. You're wrong for that. Because he knows we've been complaining that SmackDown's been for 3 hours. And like, you need to spice it up in between, in that between time. And he sure is doing it. And you know what? It's smart of you to even put out that vignette and give the exact date, or give a possible date if it is April 25th, whenever this person returns, whoever it is. Especially if you do it, especially if they're from the UK. Triple H. Genius. Here we go. So now we have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre tonight. And the Viper is making his way out. And we have yet another sing-along time. But when rules start getting broken. £290. Voices crying. I hear heroes dying. I taste blood that's drying. Feel tension rising. They talk to me. I listen, this person, I am saying this person until they appear. I'm not saying it until I see their feet and their face step foot onto WWE soil. And I stand by that. I'm not saying that person's name at all. But you can tell I'm geeked out. You can tell I'm so geeked out. They really are leaving UK on a hot note, Benjamin. Would Honey do WrestleMania After Dark? I totally would. I totally would if I could. But it's in Vegas and I'm not going. So, but I would definitely love to. Courtney says after teaming with Trish, she has developed a huge self-confidence. Yeah, as she should. As she should. I mean, I think she kind of always had it, but it's always good to, take on for the role of a legend, to take on that responsibility of being a leader to new talent. So shout outs to Trish for that, because I think it just helped basically pretty much boost Tiffy time to a Hall of Fame, future Hall of Famer level. That's what I think they were really doing, because we all knew Tiffy. We all ran on Tiffy time. You guys remember when she was in that Elimination Chamber last year, and you heard how loud that crowd was when she was just in. She wasn't even wrestling yet. She was in the pod, and they were going crazy for Tiffy time. The women cooked. Yeah, the women definitely cooked tonight. The women are eating this up tonight. But Jacob and that interaction with Solo kicked it off, and then the Naomi vignette, like, I just can't get over how well that was, like how great that was. And it flew by, because now we're already into the final hour in our 10 o'clock hour for SmackDown. We're already almost done. We just have this match and then the contract signing, which is going to take up a half hour. These guys are going to talk for 10 minutes or whatever. This is probably going to be where we see something with Paul Heyman going on. This is where we're going to start hearing more about this favor. Because I told you guys, CM Punk wasn't putting in this favor during the Rumble. He wasn't doing this during Elimination Chamber. It was going to last up until the point where he has to pull the trigger on that favor for WrestleMania, because he wants to main event. So I think the favor comes in handy tonight, or something comes in handy tonight, or it's going to be mentioned. So, yeah. Oh, and we still got Big Jim versus The Miz. So we're only going to get like a 15-minute segment, because, Roman, maybe a 10-minute segment, because Roman takes like 5 to 10 minutes to get out the ring alone anyway. So, but we'll see. Frederick, thank you for joining us, buddy. What would you like to do? A watch along for Collision tomorrow? Oh man, I would love to, but unfortunately, I'm actually already doing a podcast show tomorrow. I'm doing a kayfabe podcast with the crew, with Dion and Will, who are also co-hosts on the panel here at WWT, and I have work early in the day as well, so I got a pretty jammed up day. But thank you for the invite, and I'd be happy to do a collab in the future or something, or we could talk, figure out some work together. I would love to do that. If there's anybody you want to get for like Collision especially or specifically, I would recommend my girl Courtney Rice, and she's up in the chat here. She is the elitist of all things elite here at WWT, and is the manager of many gracious clients over at the AEW forefront. So you want to talk Collision, definitely look out for Miss Courtney Rice. That's a good way to put it, Stephanie. I agree with that. Triple H has a flair for the dramatic. Oh, his WrestleMania entrances were so good. Ugh. The one where Stephanie introduced him and she had that like Game of Thronesy kind of thing, like that was so good. Ugh, the Terminator entrance versus Sting. Yeah, this one where Stephanie announced him, that was my favorite. And he came out with and she came down and that was another good one too. Oh, Triple H. Oh my God, I can't believe it. He's finally in the Hall of Fame. I'm so happy for him, man. This man deserves it. This man deserves it for sure, man. He more than deserves it. Like I'm just so glad. I might crack a tear that night too. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry watching that shit. I want to. Oh yes, same Jeffrey. I want to check out Stephanie's places too because I heard it's really good, and I heard she has some really cool interactions with a lot of the superstars. Her first episode, oddly enough, CM Punk, which I think is awesome and hilarious at the same time. Jeffrey, and not for nothing, that's another thing I noticed. I loved her hair that way because it's giving Alpha and Sika. It's giving Alpha Sika Wild Samoa. It's not Tama or Fatu with Rikishi. It's giving Alpha and Sika Wild Samoan hair. The wow. Oh, love that shit so much. I love that she's tapping in, and I'm so here for that for her. Go off, Naomi. Naomi's that was probably a highlight reel for me tonight. It's no shade at all. Naomi's definitely my highlight tonight. Zelina is always a highlight before anybody gets anything twisted. Zelina is always a highlight for me, but my girl was down and out. And you know, we're this was her bad day at the office. We're getting through the next part of the story in the next phase next week. So we're gonna root for my girl the next time as well, just as much as we root for her this time. But if Chelsea Green thinks she's gonna get away with that, And here comes Drew McIntyre. My goodness, what a night, y'all. I feel like tonight was a PLE after that hour. I know you did. I know you did. I wasn't listen. I'm not saying I don't believe you or I didn't believe you. I trust me. I believed you when you told me. I took it for face value. But holy cow, I wasn't expecting the rest of it. Like you guys told me SmackDown was good, but y'all didn't tell me it was this good. Like, come on now. You guys holding out on your girl. But I get it. Your girl don't like spoilers, so it's technically my fault. This match needs to be done at a PLE too. Why is this match like being hyped up like it's a main event, like a PLE main event right now? You know, Jimmy and Miz is the main event. Why is that? Agreed. Agreed, Jeffrey. Stephanie got to be in the Hall of Fame too sometime in the future. I agree. Bobby Batito, good to see you, buddy. Hello to you and Diane. Eric Tate asks, do you still miss the name WWF? Honestly, I just miss like, you know, the way it used to look with the old logo. Like when I was a kid, I had the blue ring with the gold WWF on it. Like, but going to the way it transitioned from F to E, no bother or big deal on my end for me personally. It didn't really affect me personally. I'm still watching the product. I still love the product, but I thought it was very clever how they literally got the F out. I'll be here all day. Bobby says, I went to Tim Tebow night to shine dance tonight in my area in Virginia. Well, very nice. Y'all was dancing out here in these streets. Y'all gotta let me know. I love to dance. Y'all gonna have to show me what shine dance is tonight. Like y'all gonna have to show me what that is though, because I just need the choreography down pat. Oh, Drew McIntyre. Oh, Dad, you are too many things. I'm not saying, I don't know if I don't want to get in trouble for saying that out loud. So I'm not going to say that out loud. But yeah, there's oh, so many layers, regardless of what. Triple H is a GOAT for sure. And here we go. 2 future Hall of Famers, because you know damn well Drew McIntyre is a future Hall of Famer, but Drew McIntyre versus Randy right now. Why do they look like, why are they matching? They're matching. They're literally wearing the same color right now. They're matching. They might as well be a damn tag team. Am I onto something? Send it to me whenever you can, Bobby. No rush, but I would love to see those pictures. You got to see, like, you get next time you got to record like a video so you can show me how to do the choreography for the dancing. Oh. Randy able to respond to everything Drew McIntyre is bringing to him, and seems like Randy's taking over real quickly. Oh. That's a good point, Papa Honey. Daddy says, I expect shenanigans, and KO and Priest are going to show up. For those of y'all who are listening and pretty much don't understand why I keep saying dad, my dad's in the chat. Papa Honey's in the house. Shout outs to the dads that support their children and love their children. Oh my Lord, he just dropped him. Dropped him on the table, and now we're picture. But yeah, shout out to all dads, honestly. Near, far, not here. Up in the other universe, in the realm. That is a good point, though. I completely forgot to consider Priest and KO. We haven't seen any signs of them all night, so they could definitely get involved with this. And then maybe we're going to see a tag team match between these 4 next week, if I had to predict. Yeah, I definitely got to have Papa Honey back on the stream again. That was a lot of fun. Bobby says, love you so much, and tell Pat you hello. I definitely will. Thanks, buddy. You can actually tell him yourself. He's floating around in this chat somewhere. My God, what a night. What a night, guys. So we're pretty much in our last hour. And in case you guys missed it, we saw a lot of craziness tonight for SmackDown. We did see 2 title defenses. We saw Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly, and they successfully retained their tag titles. We also saw LA Knight go against that big SOB, the big man Braun Strowman, defending his United States Championship successfully as well, but also due to an interruption by Jacob Fatu, therefore costing Braun Strowman the opportunity. So that just tells me there's going to be more for the Samoan Werewolf and the big SOB. So that's going to be nuts. The women, however, Zelina Vega had an interaction. She has made some friends in the Party Girls, which is Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. They had a match against the Secret Hervis of Chelsea Green, which didn't bode well because Chelsea Green did get involved. Selena tried to come out and help. It didn't work because the numbers game was in effect, and the party girls could not get one up. But hopefully that will lead to something better next week, because this is not the end of Zelina Vega. We saw Jacob Fatu pretty much not throw his weight around, but pretty much tell Solo, you're not going to be throwing your weight around on me, thinking that you could talk to me like I'm one of your little brothers, because that's not happening. And yeah, so he's going after the United States Championship as well. And he's trying to restore order in the Bloodline family by bringing some gold to its possession, which is the right way to think if you want to be a tribal chief. Just take it from Roman. He'll be able to tell you. We also had a spectacular Naomi promo and vignette of, sending a message to Bianca and Jade and proceeding with caution, and she took it back to a different kind of, like, she took her character to a whole nother level tonight with that vignette. And like, she's not to mess with going forward. She's no longer someone to mess with. She's no longer someone to look at as an underdog or overlooked or anything. So there's that. Then we got to a mystery vignette. This mystery vignette that keeps popping up the last couple of weeks. And this one was definitely more specific. I can't wait to dissect what it means when I get to look on socials. I'll be able to do that after I'm done here with you guys. But apparently someone and something is coming, and my excitement for it couldn't come at a better time, because it's just about freaking time and it needs to be done right. So, but I will not say this person's name of who I think it is. I think it's a name that we all know and love. But I will not say his name until I see that person show up. And that person was also had also a hood on. So oh, I'm so geeked out. I can't wait. And then, of course, we had a match between Michin and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair came out on top. And Tiffy Stratton decided to address the Queen as well. And, going into their match at WrestleMania, there's a lot at stake. And it's just nonstop, guys. And now Randy Orton is starting to hear voices in his head. And Drew McIntyre better be ready, because he's about to get hit with the 3 deadly letters in WWE history. Uh-oh. He's about to. Oh, here he is. Kevin Owens. Of course, at the most inconvenient time, Kevin. Claymore by Drew McIntyre has landed on the Viper. 1, 2. Oh, Drew McIntyre won clean. Holy crap. He got one up on the Viper there for a second. Wow. This is a lot. Well, and now Kevin Owens is slowly stalking Randy Orton. And of course, he's now on the prowl and the attack. You know what's crazy? The sides of Kevin Owens' beard is gray or white. And I feel a kind of way about that. That just, Randy Orton swept Kevin off his feet, literally onto the commentary table. Both of these guys are literally trying to pull all the stops. Why can't we let's just wait till Mania, guys. We can't do this now. We've already got such overload on so much that's happened tonight. It's not even funny. Oh, shoot. He's doing the punt. Yeah, we're not going to see that punt till Mania, y'all. Unfinished business here for Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Frederick asks question, says the Hall of Fame is must see this year's with Lex Luger going in. Are you happy to see it? Yes, I actually am. I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be very, very good. And we go Big Jim making his way to ringside against the Miz. Now, this could lead to either one of two ways. One could be, of course, none other than the ring general come and interrupt this match. So it could go
Gunter, the ring general Gunter.
It could go either there, or if I was booking it, but then again, I probably wouldn't do that because it's still not, it's not close enough to WrestleMania yet. The Wyatt Six guys have not made themselves known since they were chasing Miz out of Raw. And now that they've joined SmackDown, I know they had an injury in the crew and such, a very undisclosed injury, but I think soon we are going to get to see the Wyatt Six appear. If I was booking it and wanted that, maybe if this SmackDown was closer to Mania, I would have them come out tonight since Miz and Jim are the main event. But it's got to be Gunther though. It's got to be Gunther and maybe Jay. But if it has anything to do with the Wyatt Six and y'all held out on me this long to not tell me the spoilers, shout outs and kudos to y'all, because my reaction, whatever my reaction is by the end of this night, is clear, pure, and true, because I hate spoilers. Oh wow, gas mask. I didn't even realize that Jade's outfit is actually Bruce Lee's outfit. I see, Jeffrey. I thought it was Kill Bill. That's what I was just gonna say. Gas mask. I thought it was Kill Bill. It was giving me Beatrix Kiddo, but also Bruce Lee as well. Yeah, she's a little crazy, and I loved it too. I love it too. It'd be like that. Pretty crazy girls, gotta love it. Don't see exactly. You get it. Don't say his name and he won't appear. I don't. My thing is, I'm not saying his name until he does appear. So technically, it won't happen until after he's there. I don't know if it's an NXT wrestler. It was on SmackDown tonight, Bobby. It's a teaser for SmackDown. Somebody else is coming. Right. I believe that, Dad, for sure. He's gonna use Jay against Jimmy. He's gonna use Jimmy against Jay. And people have done that before. It's kind of similar. It's kind of a similar situation where Roman used to do it. Oh my God, yes. Especially now that Bo Dallas is finally cleared. I'm just happy about it. I'm just happy. Like, if they don't show up tonight, that's fine. I understand. But I'm tired of waiting. Just a little bit. And you know what, guys? You know what's so fun about doing these watch-alongs? Sometimes I'll get a knock at my door. Sometimes you get a visit. Sometimes you get visitors and surprises, and you never know who may answer. But I got a knock at the door, guys. I got a knock at the door, and I'm actually very happy she's here. I haven't seen her or I haven't been on here with her in quite some time, but the elitist of all things elite is here with us tonight.
You wretched little bitch. Oh God.
Courtney, thanks for joining us, my dear. I don't know where that video came from, but I saw it there this past week when I was doing some work with Councilman and Dion for a Kayfabe podcast, and we were like, "What is this video of Courtney?" And we saw that, we were like, "We're so using that from now on."
I will say Dylan actually caught that clip, and I think it was when Mariah May attacked my client Tony Storr. It was right before Revolution. She attacked her on the red carpet.
Yes.
Her moment, and on Friday show,
I felt that coming from your soul. I was like, that's quite the clip. That's a fun clip. When I'm thoroughly pissed off, I'm using that clip.
Yeah, because she spit on my client's face on Dynamite, and then she ruined her moment. I was very...
The nerve. Oh, we got another vignette here. Another vignette. Courtney, I've had a hell of a night. Oh my God. They showed his face. Ray Phoenix is appearing next Friday. Oh my Lord.
And I
Ray
think
Phoenix is on his way to SmackDown. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh my God.
it's going to be the final on their international tour. And
That's
who's is going to be
right.
his going to be his first opponent? Who's he going
Yes,
to face?
that's a good question. That's a
Who
very
is
good
he?
question. Well, confirmed, guys. It's confirmed here finally on the Eastern time over here that Ray Phoenix is going to be arriving next Friday for SmackDown. And I can't wait to see what he's got. I can't wait to see who he debuts against. Let us know in the chat who you guys think should be his first opponent and where we should start going on this journey with Ray Phoenix. As you know, Ray Phoenix has been held back a little bit via contract issues from AEW and has swiftly made finally a smooth transition to WWE. And hopefully he can find what he's looking for here and be able to get the proper treatment that he deserves. I can't wait to see what this Ray Phoenix is going to look like under Triple H running the helm this time, because this isn't Tony Khan we're working with, okay?
No.
And here comes Big Jimmy Uso coming on out. This is his first singles match since, what did it say? Oh no, it said since 2014 he's faced the Miz. I was about to say, there's no way. Jimmy's had singles matches.
Because he had some already.
Yeah. Big Jim is in the building, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I love how he went from yeet to no yeet to yeet. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But how you doing, Courtney? How was your week? How's everything been with you? Glad you could join us.
Yeah, I mean, it's Friday. It's just been a very busy and productive week for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get myself ready, trying to get all my priorities in order because we have the countdown to WrestleMania, but also getting ready for next weekend because it is Dynasty, because my client, the Timeless One, is getting ready for her biggest match to date so far.
That's a pretty big one. Pretty big one.
It's a big one, but I'm gonna say I've been observing.
Any early predictions from your sources?
There's been a lot of chirping because people think Tony is gonna lose, but I'm just keeping quiet and sipping my tea because I like to be humble. I like to sit back because I don't want to be involved in the chatter, but I'm gonna save it for bold predictions next week because I got a lot to say.
Love that for you, and I love that. So make sure you guys check that out. Miss Stone Cold Courtney Rice, the timeless elite of all things elite, is going to have a mouthful for y'all next week. So get ready. And the bell has rung now. We got Miz versus Jimmy Uso.
Yeah.
Jimmy Uso kind of I'm really happy that he's kind of on that breakaway, finally like breaking out the way he should be and finally getting that singles run and going for some title opportunities. However, I can't help but wonder that this match is not going to bode well for Mr. Big Jim, Courtney, because last week was quite an interesting interaction between Big Jim and the ring general Gunther. Of course, after hyping up his brother Jey Uso in a moment of pretty much second guessing himself, Jimmy hyped him up and happened to see Gunther walking around the corner and let it be known that you're not about to mess with this family like you think you can. And he slapped the daylights out of Gunther. He slapped the daylights out of Gunther. So what do you make of that moment? And do you think that will affect Jimmy tonight?
I'm going to say this because I feel like Jay needs to bring the same energy his brother gave to him at WrestleMania from Monday. And also, Jim, I just love that he's finally getting singles action. And plus, he's telling Gunther, that's my brother. I heard you say some things about my brother, how everybody's downing him. The critics have been downing him. Everybody's downing him. But I will say it will kind of up it a notch because I would like to see Jay get a little bit aggressive. And what better way for Gunther than to destroy the person that's closer to him, and that's his brother. because
Yeah.
I want to see a lot of aggression from Jay, because it's been Gunther that's been dominating this whole storyline. And I'm not going to blame Jay, but it's just booking wise. It's like, I want to see Jay get this a lot more aggressive side towards him. I want to be serious, saying, hey, I won the Royal Rumble match. I am coming for you, Gunther. So
Right.
what if I have 3 losses against you? I want to be champion and do
You're
it for
just
the
gonna keep
people.
coming until I get that belt.
Just do the championships. And also, we were talking about this on Wednesday too. Don't bring Sexy Red out. Just bring you.
Nah, please don't. I'm good with just
You.
Jay Uso. It's no offense or no shade to Lil Wayne either, but I did not need Lil Wayne to escort him out to the ring.
But
I understand why, and of course it was fun. This no disrespect again, and honestly, I felt that same way about Little Uzi when he came out with the Usos for the Day One Ish, and I was just like, he just stood at the end of the thing anyway. Like there was no point. He didn't do the song. Like the song is not even that long anyways. So I was like, what's the point? But yeah, do it without Sexy Red.
And also,
we just want Jey Uso. That's all we want.
And I'm just saying, if you're gonna bring anybody else, bring Drake, because you blew it at the Elimination Chamber. It has to be Drake. Just put him in somehow, because you didn't do it. I would be happy to see Drake, because if anybody should do it, it should be him. Because, well, we already know what's going on with him and Kendrick.
Well, yeah, exactly. There's that. Jake is too busy out here renting out casinos and eating popcorn, listening to Sabrina Carpenter. So I don't know, but anyway, but I think that this could definitely lead to something that's going to piss Gunther off. But what I do love about the dynamic of Jimmy and Jay is I loved what they're especially with the bloodline, the bloodline family period. Nobody messes. It's like that realistic dynamic of a real family. Like, you and I have siblings. Nobody talks about my siblings except me.
Yep.
Nobody hypes up my siblings except me. Nobody tells them about themselves better than me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'll be quick to tell and motivate my siblings in the best way possible. So I totally understand Jimmy's language this past Monday. It was nowhere near in a place of aggression. It was just coming out tough because it was to hype up Jey Uso, and that's what siblings do for each other. So I really enjoyed, and I still enjoy the realistic dynamic of the story that they continue to tell with the way these brothers work together. Like, and it was so fun seeing them together team up this past Monday too. Like when Jimmy came out bouncing to the beat to Jey Uso's theme song and they're just both bopping, I was just like, it took everything in me to damn near not freaking cry over it, because I just love when the brothers are together. It's a beautiful thing.
It was very nice, even though like obviously it was predictable, but it was nice. But I still think it should have been Joe Hendry.
A lot of people thought it should have been Joe Hendry. I feel like the Scotland route was the way to go, but Triple H is hanging on to that as much as he can. He's I feel like he's holding out.
I'm being patient. I'll be patient for Joe Hendry because he'll be there soon.
Listen, now that he's already technically with us, it's just about him coming over here full time. That's all it's really about. But did you get to see any of the other transpirings and happenings of this evening? And if you did, what were some of your highlights?
Yes, of course, big on tag teams. Of course, I saw the Street Profits and Pretty Deadly back in their home country of the UK, and they had a warm reception to the crowd, even on the Street Profits. I mean, honestly, I even said this on WWT Live. SmackDown's tag team division is on fire.
It's picking up.
It's very much on fire. I'm just happy they are getting an opportunity, because it needs to be consistent and stability. So I'm happy to see it, but they need to have a match at WrestleMania. I don't care what anybody says, because if you're not going to give Raw's tag team division a match at WrestleMania, at least give SmackDown an opportunity to do that. I had the chance to see Naomi's promo. I don't know why, but when she wore that caution tape, it reminded me of Owen Hart.
Very much. I said that earlier too. It was very much Owen Hart, and her vignette was perfect, and she wasn't wrong. She's not so far. I mean, I understand, and I addressed this to the chat earlier, but I understand the way you went about it probably wasn't the right way to do it. If you're gonna go at somebody head on, so at least they see it coming, woman to woman. But hey, Naomi, you have your reasons and your tactics, and you were the one that was seeing something that we weren't. Okay, about Jade Cargill. She sees something right through Jade Cargill that we can't see, and she's kind of speaking her truth. We can't deny her for that. We can't knock her for it. But the promo was delivered beautifully and proceeding with caution, and her wearing the caution tape from now on, like her making that her thing. And then Jeffrey mentioned it earlier, but her hair is like the wild Samoan hair, like Afa and Sika style. Like it is working, and I'm so here for that. The nerve of them to go ahead and put on that sneak peek. Whoever person is coming in April, I refuse to say the name. I will not say the name until I see their faces. I'm not saying it. Chat, I'm sticking by what I said. I know the chat's probably over me saying this, but I'm not saying this person's name. But if it's who I think it is, which I hope it is, and I think it is, just know the 25th Friday Night SmackDown is over for y'all. Just know that. Just know that. I might have to mute my mic on purpose because I'm going to be screaming that song if it comes on.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice.
Damn right, Jeffrey.
It was
damn
really
right,
nice.
Jeffrey.
Really nice to see Naomi. I was actually happy to see Michin in action against Charlotte Flair. Also, I know we talked about Hervis, Chelsea Green, but I would like to see B-Fab and Michin be a tag team and get those belts and challenge Liv and Raquel. I wouldn't mind saying that.
I wouldn't be mad at that at all because the Secret Hervis actually works. They're a working gimmick for me, and I like it. Oh, Jimmy Uso with the win. Big win over the Miz, the A-lister. Uh-oh.
That's a big win considering he's a former world champion. That's a big win. That is a huge win.
You will know. Okay, you ate that. He said you will no longer be ring general. You will now be Private Gunther, and you will salute Big Jim. Come on now.
He's getting ready He's getting ready for Monday.
He's doing a yeet. Look at the crowd, man. That's so crazy. The arms in unison. It's so good. I love that. But yeah, Michin and B-Fab is something I did not know I needed, and I want more of that.
And I said, man, it's nice to see Tiffany talk a little trash to Charlotte because Charlotte, or as Council calls her, Charlotte Hogan.
Yep.
I am happy Tiffany is showing some promo because she is not scared of Charlotte.
She's not. Yeah, she ain't backing down. She's not backing down for nothing. She's not going, and she's not going to back down. Tiffy's not scared of anybody, and I love that they have her built that way because she's been like that from the jump.
She has been, but I think
that.
Yeah, she has.
Let's call him Mr. Vega. Very funny, Dad. Very, very funny.
But actually, going back to that, I think after, as I mentioned, because she has gotten confidence, but ever since she teamed up with Trish, it just kind of really helped her a bit, especially coming from, because Trish was in that similar situation she was in. So it was nice to have that intertwine. So really, Trish did help her, and I know she's going to be.
Drew McIntyre was talking shit and was about to leave, and he opens the door, and all of a sudden Damian Priest is there waiting and just completely knocks his block off.
Oh my goodness.
He's bashing his head onto a my God.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets for talking trash to Damian Priest.
Oh God, not the BMW guys. Come on now. BMW convertible.
That's what he gets. That's what Drew gets for talking trash about Damian.
I mean, that's what he gets, but now Drew McIntyre seems to have the upper hand now.
I know.
Uh-oh, Drew McIntyre is about to go psychotic. He's about to go savage. He's crashing out. Oh, snap. Rake in the eyes by Priest. Oh my God. This car is breaking. The windshield. Damian Priest just south of heaven, Drew McIntyre onto the windshield. Somebody check on Drew. I hope that man don't have glass in his eye.
Man.
He called him Timu Taker. That's why he said rest in peace, jackass.
Oh my god.
Put that on a shirt.
Drew.
Put that on a shirt now.
Oh my god. That would be like a bestseller t-shirt, one of the bestsellers.
Oh my god, that poor BMW. I know Patchy's watching that like not the BMW, y'all. Not the
Not the BMW.
Well, I'm kind of sad because I kind of thought that, the Miz. I kind of thought that the Miz and were gonna maybe, with the match with Miz and CM Punk just walking by watching Drew.
Hey, CM Punk is like,
The
hey,
storytelling, the continuation, but
CM Punk is like, hey, Damian did the God's work for me. Good job.
yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of anything that's happened tonight. Tonight is just nuts.
CM Punk.
Basically, Damian followed Naomi's footsteps.
Yeah.
Another
yeah.
vehicular homicide done on purpose. Damian said it's on site. Yeah. And this is don't mess with the PR from the Bronx. We don't get mad. We get even. Go, Damian.
You don't mess with Damian.
I tend to agree. But that Timu Taker was kind of funny though.
That was pretty funny.
I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of funny.
that's gonna be probably chanting next week. I could see that. When they're back in Chicago next week. They're gonna be back in the States.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Raw is gonna be in London on Monday at 3 in the East Coast.
The road continues, and this is pretty much the last run outside of the States, right? Before they get to back to Mania. Well, get to Mania and come for Vegas.
Yeah, because the next time they're going out of the country is in summer when they do Clash in Paris. Yeah, man. Lots of stuff to look forward to, man, for the wrestling year. I can't even begin to think what, and I said this earlier when we started, like I can't even begin to think what the card is going to look like. It's like what who's main eventing what. Listen, guys, and also I don't want everybody getting frustrated because this has been the frustration lately. And we had this discussion last year for WrestleMania, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Professor who made a very good point about this. Shout out to Professor Bonnerfide Hollywood G and NXT Bonnerfide. I feel like we get stuck having this conversation about who's going to be the main event at night 1, who should main event night 2, who should do this, who should do that. Listen, man, at this point, I mean, I would just let the show build itself. Let it build and then see what happens. And then when you see the final card, then you can make whatever criticisms you like. But it's not going to change the fact that the card has been set, number 1. And number 2, it also, for these superstars, getting to Mania is a lot of their goals. Yep.
Doesn't even matter if it's main eventing WrestleMania. CM Punk is the one who wants to main event WrestleMania. CM Punk, that's where we're concerned about where he's going to end up or where this match is going to end up. Because part of me feels like this match is going to end up main eventing night 1. I mean, I feel like it would only make sense for this triple threat that they're about to do the contract signing for Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. I feel like it would make sense if they do the main event this year. Of course, I want. There's so many other opportunities for so many other people, and there's so many other people that could be in that position to main event. But you're not going to get this again. You're not going to get something like CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns in the same ring again at Mania. Because we're on the cusp of getting to the point where these guys are going to be set to retire soon or move on to
Mhm.
different endeavors, maybe transition over to Hollywood, or like Seth Rollins got an offer to do a
Yep.
podcast for the Rich Eisen show. Rich Eisen is a huge name in the sports world, and it took everything. You could tell in the video, in the clip, it took everything in him for him to not geek out.
And
Like,
also,
because
oh, sorry.
Seth loves sports.
And,
So
and
it would like to have that kind of honor bestowed on you. Like, and once he mentioned it, I felt like Seth Rollins could do podcasting if he wanted to, and I think he'd be great at it. But we don't know when we're gonna get this again. So I hope that when the card finally comes out, and I'm gonna let you make your point, Courtney, because I
Yep,
just
yep,
wanted
yeah.
to,
I know, I
get
know.
it in mind before I forgot. Don't get upset with how this card ends up, guys. If your favorite isn't on the main event. Not everybody is made to be a main event, but guess what? Every single one of these superstars deserve the opportunity to be on a Mania card, because technically that is their goal. WrestleMania is the be all end all, like the PLE of all PLEs, the event of all wrestling events. It is the go-to, it's the Super Bowl for wrestling. So do we end up getting mad if our favorite teams ain't the final two at the bowl? Of course. But guess what? We still watch it because we know either the game's going to be good, or because we want to see what's going to happen, or because it's going to be a good halftime show. So regardless of how you may feel about where your favorite lands at a main event, guys, just be happy with the card and be happy with what we're getting, because we're getting yet another year of magical wrestling all over again under a Triple H umbrella. And the storytelling and the he has, for me, I'm sorry, he's barely missed in anything he's done since he's touched WWE creatively and done what he's done in the last couple of years. I mean, they call him the game for a reason. So I just wanted to make that clear really fast, because I know, like I said, we don't know what to expect when this card is made. And we still, like, usually by now we know what the card is, because we're used to WrestleMania being early in the month. We can't forget also that WrestleMania is later in April now. So we're going to have to drag it out a little longer. But it makes it better. And we had this discussion last year before about how we felt possibly of WrestleMania being later in April. It gives us a chance to drag out and to be able to acquire the care and the investment into WrestleMania, into these matches, into if you're get tickets, into if you're actually going to make time to watch, do content on it and things like that. So just keep in mind, guys, we have 2.5 weeks and the card will come. But when it does, please don't shit on it. You get what you get and you don't get upset, and you appreciate it. That's the problem that a lot of us as fans and people in general, as people, we don't appreciate the right now, or the flow of how it comes. You know what I mean? We want it right now. We don't appreciate, we want it here, we want it there, we want it when we want it. If we were the ones behind the helm, we'd be running WWE, but we're not. So let's enjoy the way Triple H is doing it. So, but yeah, go. I didn't mean to even rant that long. I didn't even mean to turn that into a freaking tangent. But go ahead, Courtney. I'm sorry. Honey.
No, that's really fine. It's funny you brought up Seth Rollins with Rich Eisen, because he was on Good Morning Football the last 3 days this past week. So he was very excited to be there. And I do see him doing podcasting, because he could be good at that. But definitely kind of going to your point, because even though I was not around on here last year,
right,
I think it's also really important, because I've seen this the last couple of years where people kind of really shitted on the card, and it's like, can we just at least enjoy it? I mean, not every single match is going to be the best match. I mean, there's going to be some matches where it does look good on paper and some people are going to like it. And yeah, I mean, that's something we kind of have to think about. And even I said this on my watch along Wednesday for Dynasty, because it's next weekend. We have 4 matches confirmed. There's going to be probably a few more matches on the line, but I'm okay with the card. And look, it doesn't have to be 7, 8 or matches. I just want to at least have a decent card for matches, but I'm still waiting to have a women's main event match on the AEW front, because I know WWE's done it a few times, but it's like I'm waiting.
Right.
So hopefully that time comes. I mean, look, if it's not my client, Tony Storm, if it has to be Mercedes, I mean, at this point, it's like, I don't even care. I just want a women's main event match. That's all I want in 2025 for AEW. Just give me that. But WrestleMania, there's still a lot to come.
Hold on. Sorry
Hold
to
on.
interrupt you, but we all got to put our ones up for our tribal chief.
Oh, yes.
Ones up for our tribal chief. Everybody, I need ones up in this chat. Ones up for our tribal chief. He's here.
Oh, you got it. You got to show respect to the tribal chief.
It's a big night. It's a big night. Big signing. Big night.
I can imagine the fans going crazy.
Look at every single hand up. You guys remember? Listen, y'all remember? Listen, do y'all remember when you not specifically y'all in the chat and not specifically you, Courtney, but IWC in general? Y'all remember when y'all was complaining about this man in your face every week?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got sick of him, but eventually y'all was still putting your ones up. Remember when y'all was complaining that you didn't see this man often enough, that he was too part-time and that he didn't deserve to be? I don't want to hear that now. And now look at every single one of you people. Every single one of y'all in that arena, one up. Everybody in this chat, one up. Even people that complain and hate on him, one up. Because you guys know the truth about my tribal chief, okay? The prestige and the legacy that comes with my tribal chief and the wise man, the bloodline family, the continuation of one of the greatest stories ever told in the history of wrestling. Or when he had the belt, or that Boza, or when he had the belt for 1,315 days, only third longest in history. You know what, guys? I forgive y'all. I will say this. I forgive y'all for not acknowledging my tribal chief like the way you should have before. Because you should have. And now you're just looking like you part of the bandwagon. I was day one. Day one for my tribal chief.
In the words
where I hold that ulafala. I hold that ulafala in high regard for my tribal chief. That is in the middle of my wrestling altar here. Like I have my wrestling memorabilia everywhere, and the tribal chief is always number one. Of course, next to Brett's glasses, which is slightly above the ulafala, just a little bit. But you get my point, though. You get my point. You guys can't see it. There they are. The glasses are right there, just for proof. But yeah, just in case councilmen want to come around here and start, talking about my hero's midness that he supposedly has.
Oh boy.
But yeah,
we just had to go.
But anyway, yeah, I went on a tangent on my tribal chief.
No,
everybody complained, Jeffrey.
No, you couldn't, because it's very finicky how the wrestling fan base is, because they always want to go for what's popular. Because I will say this, the only reason I booed Roman because he was heel, because he did it so well. That's why. I mean, he was great as an athlete. I just booed him as a heel. And plus, for me, I did appreciate the title reign. I was just getting mad. I was like, can somebody please beat him, for God's sakes? Isn't there anybody in that roster that was the thing with me, because it's like, he held the days. I was like, great. But it's like, who's going to be the guy to beat it? So I think for me, it was just like, but he played the heel so well. It was just like,
I believe so.
But for
you know what, Dad? I'm gonna see if I could try to fact check this statement. My dad Papa Honey in the chat here says, I love the tribal chief, but he only held that belt long because he didn't defend it often. I kind of want to challenge that statement, only because I want to see exactly how many Roman title defenses Roman Reigns had during his 1,300-day reign.
And then on top of that, he did it during COVID too. That was
hello
during COVID.
Let's see, because I just want to see how many defenses he actually had, because if I'm not mistaken, he had like a match once a month. He was just not there as often, defending it every week. But he was definitely doing it, and the highlight and pretty much the main event of every single PLE that came after that, I would think. But let me see. Let's see. Title defense, and we're and this is talking about tribal chief years. We're not talking about previous Roman Reigns reigns. If you get it, Roman Reigns reign, whatever. Yeah. So let's see. trying to see the year. When was this? And it was the Universal, well, not the Universal Championship. It's the WWE Championship, right? Or
Yeah,
the
like the
World.
undisputed, like the WWE Undisputed
Yeah,
Championship. But he's taking his time in the ring as he should.
of course, because he's just soaking in the acknowledgement of the crowd and the people that finally choose to acknowledge him, because they were fake acknowledgers before. Every single person in these arenas, listen guys, I was there that Rumble when he came out at number 30 in San Antonio, and y'all were mad, and I was like, why is everybody mad? Why is everybody upset? I was the only one who was so happy. That place booed the hell out of him, man. It was insane, but I was happy. That was the year Randy won, and ironically that year John Cena was facing AJ Styles, which is crazy to think
Oh my god.
how far we've come since then. But
Wow. SummerSlam.
Roman
That
Reigns.
oh, that's so cute.
Roman Reigns. I love this version better. Roman Reigns.
But it was crazy. No, SummerSlam was crazy. It was Barclays Center. And I remember because I was actually at that SummerSlam when Finn Balor beat Seth Rollins for that belt. I was there in person. And then, of course, Roman faced off against Brock Lesnar, and he got booed at a Barclays Center. And it was crazy. I didn't boo it, but I like, oh my God, there was a lot of people booing
I
him.
felt like I was
just
the only person rooting for Roman, talking the most smack. The same way I did last year for Cody. I was talking so much shit in my seat. So when that count hit, when he hit those 3 crossroads, I was like, damn. It's funny because that's probably one of the only videos that I recorded where when I was there, where Cody Rhodes got the acknowledge him. He said acknowledge me. That was one of the moments, the only moments where I was quiet, because I wanted to hear how the crowd sounded when they counted the 3. And then I was just literally soaking in the fact that the tribal chief story is about to be over. Like the championship reign is about to be over and the story is about to be finished. But Roman Reigns. I'm so here for this.
London is just on fire tonight.
He's jamming to Roman, shut up. He's like,
that's one of the few times I've seen him smile. That's a
GIF right now. That's a meme right now. That's gonna be a meme. That's a meme already, because this technically happened already, but that I need that as a meme. That's how I feel about Triple H and his cooking lately.
It's really interesting because we were talking about this in WWT Live as well, because CM Punk still has that favor. And then, of course, we saw Roman Reigns beat the crap out of Seth and CM Punk. This is kind of crazy because I was thinking about this for a while, and I don't know if this is crazy. Do you think Paul Heyman may turn on Roman Reigns for CM Punk?
He's singing it. He's singing. Add it to the list of great moments in the bloodline. That's aura. Oh, wow. So it's funny that you asked me this question, as we see he's on bended knee, acknowledging and praying to his tribal chief and showing him the respect that he. Check. God. We got a checklist tonight.
Ooh.
Wow, Jeffrey. He does. Roman has on 2 watches.
I can't wait till they come back to the UK in summer.
Who is to sign this contract? Oh my God, Seth, you got to ruin everything. This is going to be one of the only few times where I boo the shit out of Seth.
Oh man.
You're not, because we forgive, but we don't forget. We know what you did, and it's all your fault, Seth. So you brought this on yourself. Whatever comes to Seth, shout outs to King Troy, because the suit. Oh, the suit. All right, Dad, I love you. I'm not going to get into this subject too much, but I understand what you're saying, but I will not I, however, cannot defend Hulk Hogan right now because there's just too much going on in the news about him right now. He's just not a fun guy to talk about right now. Too much.
There
But
was a
I
lot.
totally understand what you're saying. I get what you mean.
Ooh, Seth looks really fresh in that suit. I just can't believe
Of
that.
course. And I'm not by in any way saying I'm not now. This wasn't even to spark a debate about who defended the title more. I was just saying there's been so many people who've hated on Roman. Every single person in that arena before has said F
Mhm.
you Roman or shitted on Roman for winning that Rumble when The Rock tried to put him over and or when he beat Taker and shit like that. Like, but at the end of the day, you got to acknowledge Roman because he did contribute to this business in a way that it wouldn't have worked like for the modern era. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, Hogan did it for his era. Nobody's taking that away from him as far as the wrestling ring. As far as other superstars, they might say otherwise because there's a lot of stories coming out about Hogan not being a good team player, not being a good worker. We saw how he was kind of a sellout, but I don't want to get into too much of that. But I'm just saying Roman in the aspect needs to be mentioned in that caliber of Hogan. I'm not going to sit here and because that's like saying the whole LeBron James and Jordan thing. Obviously nobody tops Jordan. Obviously, like we know who the GOAT is. Like we know that Hogan he's an icon in wrestling. But as far as like for the modern era, you're going to see Roman Reigns' face on somebody's Mount Rushmore. If there's a kid that's 5 years old right now that watches Roman Reigns or that's like 13 years old right now that watch Roman Reigns, and in 10 years Roman Reigns is getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, he's going to be 23 years old like, oh my god, I remember when I watched him when I was 13. Like, I'm just like talking about like the impact as far as like not just defenses. I'm talking about overall. He also main evented more WrestleManias than Hogan did, and he's about to do it. He's about to break his own record with the 10th WrestleMania, this time for no title defense. Somebody said it here in the chat. This is the first triple threat main event signing or first ever triple threat signing. Boza said.
Okay.
Aside from Io, Rhea, and Bianca. No, Rhea added her name to it.
Yes. So it wasn't like official.
A little bit of love, a whole lot of hate. You damn right. You destroyed my tribal chief when you stabbed him in the back. Well, of course, Dad. Yeah, that's old. That's totally old school. But we're in a different era where there's like where people take time off because there's mental health and physical health and family obligations. This era caters to people who want to grow and raise a family in the wrestling business. It's kind of almost like how football is right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like you have the guy who's the quarterback. He has the wife. He has the children. He has the home. He's God family football. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, title defenses are differently now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Roman has put in his work where maybe he didn't defend a title every week, but he was on TV every week. He, not just tribal chief Roman. I'm talking about even big dog Roman and Shield Roman. Like that man. Whoa, lights out. That man had no days off. I hit my wire by accident. Uh-oh. Well, speaking of Roman, there's a lot going on here.
Yes, there is.
The danger that's right in front of us, bro. Basically, that case in point. Who's the tribal chief? Like, Clean up what mess?
What?
Clean up your mess. I beg your pardon, Seth Rollins. You are a hot mess. Compared to my tribal chief, you are the hot mess.
I'm just waiting for him to go back to Crazy Seth.
And here comes Seth. Here comes CM Punk. Here comes Philip.
Oh boy.
Phil, Joe, and Colby. Let's see. Another sing along. Cult of personality. I know your anger. I know your dreams.
I remember when Living Color performed that at a WrestleMania for CM Punk.
I think, you know what? Who hates who more in this situation? And I'm going to ask y'all in the chat too. Who hates who more in this situation? Does CM Punk hate both Seth and Roman? Or does Seth hate Punk more? Does Seth hate Roman more? Or does Roman hate Seth more? Who hates who more? Because there's just a lot of hate up in this damn triple threat. Like the utter disdain and look on their faces when CM Punk comes out the last 2 weeks. Roman and Seth have been doing the same kind of thing. They look at CM Punk come out because they know that he's the real problem. But the real problem, Seth and Roman needs to focus on the task at hand. Roman needs to focus on the task at hand, and that's getting revenge on the one who betrayed you and is the reason behind a lot of the chaos that happened to you. And that PTSD moment of getting hit in the back by a best friend, a former best friend, a partner, a brother. I've come here to chew bubblegum and sign a contract. Are you all out of bubblegum? I love that quote so much. That's my dad's favorite quote from Roddy Piper. If you know, you know, man. That's old school right there. Roddy Piper used that in a film.
Oh
This is TV today, Junior. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Smart, wise man, please smarten him up already. Uh-oh.
CM Punk. Oh my god.
I know what you're looking for, and it's in there. They're going to be the main event. At what cost? At what cost?
Whoa, that's emotional tears right there.
One man's dream is another man's favorite. Check. Oh, Seth is going psychotic. Psycho Seth.
Crazy.
So here comes Psycho Seth, y'all. Psycho
Crazy
Seth
Seth.
is coming.
Crazy Seth. Crazy Seth. Man.
I can't even talk. This ain't nobody's fault but yours, Seth. If you didn't do what you did, we wouldn't be in this position right now. It would just be my tribal chief and CM Punk. Maybe if you didn't do what you did to the Tribal Chief, CM Punk would have main evented WrestleMania. Ooh. It's kind of like Cody Rhodes ruining everybody's damn timeline. Seth is crashing out. Seth is crashing out, guys. Q Will says Seth hates Punk the most, followed by Roman's hate against Seth. I would have to agree with that. For 10 long years.
That's a long time.
You should be thanking your Tribal Chief.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I gave you that favor because of me. You're Roman. I love
Man.
my cocky Tribal Chief is coming back, and I'm here for it. Oh shit! What's he gonna say? He's on a knee. Oh my god. Thank you, my Tribal Chief. He said, holder of the love outlet. Head of the table. Yes, sir. The big dog. Oh, he called him the big dog. Seth is going to tear his freaking hair out. He called him my Tribal Chief. We're over time, y'all. It's 11:03. I hope they don't shut this off.
And next week, SmackDown's in Chicago.
Oh my God. It's CM Punk's hometown?
Yep, in Chicago.
Oh, that's not the favor he's owed. What? Wait, what? What? What's the? Then what?
Ooh.
Then what was the whole point of all this? Didn't you? Because I thought he wanted to main event I thought the favor was him main eventing WrestleMania. Isn't that what we all thought?
I didn't think this was.
Am I bugging? I'm bugging. You know what? Hold up. Triple H, you got me out here in these streets, in these mental streets. But what do you mean that's not the favor? What are y'all talking about? Oh, and you know what? Shout outs to all of y'all who've seen this already and held out on your girl. I appreciate y'all because y'all are true friends. Because you know I don't like spoilers here, and y'all held that down really good. But what the hell? What do you mean that's not the favor? That's all we've been talking about. I'm in shock.
There's more to this.
So what the hell's the favor?
I think it has to do with something with the championship match between Cody and John.
If that's not the favor he's owed, then he's not talking about Paul, is he? No, Paul does owe him a favor. It's Paul Heyman's favor, but
Yep.
that's not the favor he wanted. And they're telling us this 2 weeks before we get.
Ooh.
You know what, Triple H? He did this to me last year too, and he's doing it again this. You know what?
He wants to leave surprises.
You know what, Triple H? He really does. And Stephanie said it best when they were showing his vignettes earlier about him getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. He really does have a flair for the dramatic, like the theatrics of it all, and I love this. I love wrestling so much. I freaking love wrestling. Triple H, you are you. I feel like Robert De Niro and analyze this and analyze that. You're good. That's how I feel. Like you're good. Like. All right. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. Courtney, will you be joining us for a quick post show?
Yes, I'll be here for a quick post show.
Perfect, guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna take a quick 30-second break, and we're gonna regroup and get back into our SmackDown post show, because this will pretty much be the end of the watch along part. But please stick around for this next commercial, and we will be right back and get started on the SmackDown post show for you guys. So just stay tuned.
Because you lose it, you never win.
Oh, boy!
That stuff is.
Yeah!
Yes, y'all. You guys know what it is. We are now here for the post-show leg of our Honey Night SmackDown watch along, hosted by your sweetest Oos. Man, what a crazy 3 hours. Obviously, you see, we had a surprise guest with us today, my WWT sister Courtney. All Things Elite had joined us for the final hour of SmackDown and join in on the shenanigans of this evening. We're going to go through a quick post show with you guys just to touch base on some of the happenings in case you missed our watch along. But good thing about YouTube is you guys can watch this back. So make sure you guys check it out. Quite the eventful 3 hours, I would, to say the least, with the hell of a cliffhanger. Like I still can't believe Triple H left me like that. And you know what? I thought it was absolutely perfect, because now with each week getting closer to Mania, it feels like the road is officially underway. Very, very, very momentous SmackDown tonight. A lot of action, titles defended, and some shockers that literally sent shivers up my spine before this show just ended. So before we get to the very end, we like to start from the beginning, because that's what you do when we don't do the spoilers first. We cover how we got to the spoiler. So yeah, we basically started SmackDown tonight with an awesome tag team match and a tag team title defense between the defending champion Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly. Of course, Street Profits came out on top once again, solidifying their reign and the future of the tag team realm. Courtney, any thoughts on this match? I know you're a big fan of all things tag team wrestling. How does it feel to finally get Pretty Deadly back on the screens a little more frequently than we were used to seeing them in months prior, and having this version of the Street Profits defending their titles and succeeding as well? What does this say for them going forward?
It says a lot, because I'm happy to see a lot more Pretty Deadly on TV, especially with the fact they wrestled in their home country of the UK, because that was very special to them. And also seeing this new version of the Street Profits, because I think it was you or somebody else that mentioned this on WWT Live, that they wanted to do with Bobby Lashley, because this is something that he wanted. But I just feel like this is the Street Profits that we need.
Yes.
And they can do it on their own. Like,
yes,
they didn't need Bobby, they didn't need everybody else. They just needed to be on their own. And the fans love them. The fans love them completely. But I don't think this is the last time we're going to see these two. I do see moving forward to WrestleMania. I definitely want to see a rivalry with Pretty Deadly and the Street Profits, because I feel like it's a lot more deeper than that. I mean,
Yes.
of course, there is going to be a tag team match in WrestleMania. I would love to see all the tag teams, but I feel like after WrestleMania is over, I feel like there is more between Pretty Deadly and the Street Profits. So we're going to see, because SmackDown's tag team division is brewing. It is on fire. Raw, take notes. Raw's tag team division, please take notes on SmackDown, because this is what you need to do in support of your tag teams.
Not for nothing. Yeah, Adam Pearce could learn a thing or two from Nick Aldis on how to run a roster, because Nick Aldis is doing an amazing job over there on Friday nights. Gas Mask here says SmackDown cooked grade A Wagyu steak today, and yep, I could smell that. I smell it. It was absolutely amazing. So I mean, there's still a lot to be said for the Street Profits going forward. I know, and you're absolutely right. I would have to agree with you in regards to, they didn't need Bobby Lashley in order to be this way. They just needed to be themselves, and Bobby Lashley needed to do the same. That's kind of the result of what happens when you force things down people's throat that they don't want. Did we want a faction for Bobby? Yes. Was it done the way it should have been? Not really, but Tony Khan that's one thing I could say. Tony Khan could say that he bounced off of, like, from Vince, like, hey, I'm doing something with them over here. You could have done this as well, but you didn't. I mean, for minus a lot. I mean, Tony Khan doesn't really have a lot. There are a lot of things going for him reputation wise, but you know what? At least with that, he's got something going, and he's right on the money there. But
God bless his soul.
Bless his heart. Bless his
Little heart.
dark little heart. But I definitely enjoyed the tag team action between the two. So not only were the Street Profits defending some titles tonight, we also had the United States Championship on the line. We had the big SOB Braun Strowman challenging Mr. LA Knight, the megastar, for his United States Championship. Obviously, we knew this was going to lead to chaos. However, a lot of us could have kind of predicted that Jacob was somehow going to be involved and appear, which he did, costing Braun Strowman the opportunity, but still gaining the win for LA Knight. What do you see potentially being the fallout from this match, and where are these three going to be come WrestleMania?
I feel like this is going to be a triple threat match between all these three, because I know with Braun Strowman, he's upset. LA Knight is pissed. He's very, very pissed off because you interfered in the champs match. So there's so much break.
He's just trying to be out here being a defending champion. He's just trying to have some wins under his belt. That's all he's trying to do.
What, man?
Everybody's coming out here messing it up, throwing a monkey wrench in the whole program.
I mean, look, man, you ain't gonna diss LA Knight, because I actually like LA Knight. I really want his reign to be better than his last one, but it's like, man, you're just not letting this guy do his thing.
Boza, I will correct you on this. The match was great. It was a good match until Jacob showed up and made it great. Like, it ended up being a great, like, not even a match, because obviously after that it was a DQ. But Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf, continues to wreak havoc, all gas, no breaks, as he continues to say every week, and putting in that work, because it seems like Jacob Fatu is the only one who actually has the right goal on his mind. Gold, bringing gold and restoring it to the Samoan family and the Samoan dynasty, which the same can't really be said for Solo, right?
Nope.
And since we're on that subject, we all knew this day was coming. We all knew there was going to be a point in time where you're not going to be able to control Jacob Fatu, because the only person who controls Jacob Fatu is Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa cannot possibly believe or think that he would have any kind of authority to be able to tame Jacob Fatu. You're not telling this man nothing. He's about to be your next tribal chief. If y'all don't get with it. And Tamatanga, you need to get with it too, or get lost, because hanging on Solo's side is not the winning side. Solo was never the winning side. Solo didn't have a title reign. Solo didn't have title defenses. Solo only had a Ula Fala that was not even given to him. ulufala that was bestowed upon the tribal chief by the elders, that was not bestowed on you, sir. So therefore, Jacob don't gotta acknowledge you for nothing. You're no chief of his. You may be his cousin, you may you're his brother, but you're not about to sit here and think that you could possibly authoritate someone like Jacob Fatu. There's just no possible way. He got in Solo's face, he got in Tamatonga's face and said, listen, I'm gonna do this with or without you, whether you like it or not, because that's how I roll. And you know what? We all knew this was gonna happen. We all knew this was coming. And not for nothing, I love you, Jacob. I love you, Jacob, and I acknowledge you as the future tribal chief. As
Yes,
a future tribal chief. The Samoan werewolf. I mean, you can't get a name like that and not expect to think that he would go into some kind of greatness. But yeah, that was a great segment. That was a great moment. That was a great match. I can't wait to see where it goes with them three. I mean, it's just like at this point, it should just be a Las Vegas street fight in a casino or something.
It should be. It looks like it. At
this point. Let's see. We also had the champion Cody Rhodes kicking off SmackDown. It pretty much started with him. And, of course, addressing the situations going on with John Cena as they get closer to their championship match at Mania. Randy Orton came out and then had some words for him, as well as Drew McIntyre, which then led to a match booked by Nick Aldis that led to Randy Orton versus Drew in the main event later on this evening. Well, close to the main event. We also had the ladies. We had Chelsea Green along with her secret Hervis, members, Alba Fire and Piper Niven. They had an interaction with the party girls, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, along with Zelina Vega. And Chelsea Green keeps trying, my girl. Like, this is the one thing you don't do when you don't underestimate a little Spanish girl from New York. You just can't do that. But Chelsea's going to learn the hard way. And they had a really great interaction, which then led to a tag team match between the Secret Hervis as well as the Party Girls. Chelsea Green, of course, due to shenanigans, was able to cause them the loss. And Zelina Vega tried to do what she could to help. But unfortunately, that numbers game came into effect. But another, just a bad day in the office for my friend Zelina. But you know what? We're just going to keep it pushing. And like we said, we want the push Zelina. And that's exactly what we're getting. So I'll take it. We're allowed to have bad days in the office, and she is too. Let's see. We also had more one-on-one action with Michin and taking on Charlotte Flair, as well as B-Fab accompanying Michin by her side as well. Charlotte just continues to be the aggressor and continues to show why she still belongs in this division. And we're just getting closer to her and Tiffy time. She was able to make a statement tonight. Tiffy also had a few statements to make herself when she had a backstage interview. And she's not backing down. And I'm proud of Tiffy for that. So this is going to be a really, really good matchup between these two queens. We also got a little glimpse of Jade Cargill because she was coming out to help B-Fab from the whole situation. We also got to see a little, brush up and down of the eyes between Miss Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill. And that's the second time that we have gotten that interaction. If you guys remember when Jade first got signed and Triple H was showing her the ropes around the roster, he introduced her to Charlotte Flair and they met once before. Triple H is just letting us know, I didn't forget. He's basically just reminding us, I didn't forget. I got y'all. So, okay, that's fine with me, which further lets me know that there's nothing to worry about with Charlotte because Tiffy's keeping that belt at Mania. I'm going to say right here, right now, this is a bold prediction, but Tiffy is definitely keeping that title at Mania. And Charlotte is going to do her due diligence and her duty as a future Hall of Famer and legend and put over the young talent as rightfully so. Yeah. So Tiffy time is coming for Mania. And that was a really good interaction between all the women. Now, let's get into the highlights of the night. Besides Jacob's promo
Mhm.
against Solo, there was two other takeaways from this evening. Well, three others, I should say, actually. One, we also have a debut coming up. We have Ray Phoenix, who's
Mhm.
officially going to be joining the SmackDown roster, much less the WWE roster. Welcome and congratulations to Ray Phoenix for finally getting all that together and finally being able to do what he loves. And also, you'll be able to see your brother on the road. Like, that's what's up. The Lucha Bros are in WWE now. We can officially say that. So, shout outs to Ray Phoenix. The highlights of the night now, and I got to get into her first because Naomi, Trinity, Naomi Fatu, ma'am, Miss Ma'am. I am, in the words of the great professor, I am picking up everything you are throwing down, ma'am. I am picking it up and I will hold it up right here for you as long as you need me to, because I understand. And that promo was delivered effortlessly. It was, she explained, not that she owed us this explanation in the first place, but she was just making her points known. And like, and I said this earlier during the watch long, I feel like this is a nod to her finally getting all that anger she's been wanting to get out since the whole situation with her and Sasha when they supposedly walked out on the business or whatever that situation was about. None of us know the full story of what that is about. Okay. And probably nobody ever really will really fully know. But Naomi, baby girl, you are on your way. And I suggest basically, in the words of Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost, women's roster, you in danger, girl. Mm-mm. You, y'all better watch out because this is a different Naomi. This is worse than Team Bad Naomi. This is a Naomi who's disgusted and absolutely sick and tired to death of being overlooked and being unappreciated by her peers, by the fans, and tired of pretty much being the nice one and taking everybody's shit. So now it's time for everybody to take hers. And you know what? Kudos to her. I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for Naomi. And I love the vignette. I love the caution tape, the proceed with caution. She brought up bad, team bad. Like she was making
Ah.
lines in there. She mentioned day one. So right away I knew that had to be something related to the Usos. Like I absolutely loved it. So that was definitely one highlight for me. But before we get into the next thing, Courtney, I have to hear your thoughts. What did you think of Naomi's promo this evening? And do you think she makes a valid point considering that, she was the one there technically before Jade with Bianca making history and paving their own way, and then Jade Cargill kind of just showed up out of nowhere and ruined everything? Do you agree with Naomi?
Listen, the woman ain't wrong. When she said she wanted to go heel, she wanted to go all the way in with no breaks. And she did that. I saw that promo and I was just like,
I was cheesing. I was smiling. I
girl,
was so happy.
girl, you weren't wrong on anything. And it just made me so happy to just see that, because it always happens when you try to please everything and then it starts to boil over and then it just sprouts, because even people tend to forget Jade came in as the new girl on the block, as being
Mhm.
the hottest free agent. All the
Mhm.
press was surrounding her.
Yes, it
So,
was.
yeah, there was a lot of notoriety into that. And her with Bianca being the champions and Naomi kind of feeling like the third wheel, it's really hard to say because, Naomi's been there a little bit longer, and I'm happy she is getting that recognition she deserves. And plus, that promo was really wicked. I
It
will
was
say
super.
that it was just so wicked. Even the caution tape, it reminded me of Owen Hart, and
The way they
even
filmed it, her tears, and then her going into her rage and her anger, like she tapped into a dark side of herself that we have never seen before. And I think it's too late to put her away.
no, you can't put that away. Like, oh my god. These two are definitely going to be with WrestleMania, but also SummerSlam. I mean, I know I'm jumping far ahead, but I'm just saying SummerSlam.
Listen, Jade and Naomi. Nah, I don't know. Maybe Jade and Bianca needs to happen by SummerSlam, because I was gonna say Jade and Naomi's gonna happen definitely at WrestleMania. It has to, but Jade's definitely gonna have a big match around the time of SummerSlam. She has to, because we're starting to hit the anniversary of when she was signed.
Yep.
So we definitely got to keep an eye on that. But the ladies were rocking the house tonight. Jade was on one. Jade was on her Kill Bill shit tonight, wearing Beatrix Kiddo colors and everything like that. So, and Naomi is not here to play around because she's not scared. So, and the wild Samoan hair, please, let's keep doing that. Please. But to say the least, Naomi,
Cinema.
you deserve a round of applause, girl.
Cinema.
A round of applause, because that forever will go down as probably one of your greatest and profound promos ever, for sure. Let's see. So we also all right. Before we get into the final thing of what happened there, and I don't want these little sneaky vignettes and sneaky promos and these hidden messages and these people that are showing up to WWE. There's Rey Fenix, and then there's this other person. And it's a different kind of vignette. It's black with a lot of smoke. I saw some Roman numerals in there. I saw a candle light that went out, and then I saw a hooded figure. That's all I saw. You do what you will with that information, guys. I'm going to try very hard to keep my excitement continued for the next couple of weeks, up until I find a way to dissect what that whole vignette meant. And the minute I figure it out, I will let you guys know, because you best believe we'll be here next week, staying tuned, continuing that road for WrestleMania and the Honey Night SmackDown watch along as well. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, the last thing that we're going to get into really quickly before we go, because we know that you guys already spent 3.5 hours with us, and we appreciate you guys so much, because not for nothing, without you, these watch-alongs ain't shit. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, and they had their contract signing this evening, which I knew would be very interesting. But what I wasn't ready for was what it ended me with. I did not know how they were going to leave me with this. Like, I eventually, this is what happens when you fall into the typical shit. Because we get used to these contract signings always ending in chaos. Always somebody trying to get split up by security. Always somebody getting knocked through a table. Always somebody getting beat up or just a brawl out, right? This contract signing didn't happen like that. This contract signing instead ended with a cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen. Because apparently, according to CM Punk, after the tribal chief handed him the contract and handed him over what he's always dreamed of, his main event to WrestleMania, and literally CM Punk comes back and says, "Thank you, my tribal chief. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for, because of you, I will get to main event WrestleMania for the first time because of you. But this is not the favor that I wanted." So, if all this time CM Punk has been talking about wanting to main event WrestleMania, which he never has, and we knew Paul Heyman was going to owe him a favor, there's a favor that was owed because of what he did for Roman Reigns last year at War Games in Survivor Series. We're thinking that the favor is going to be, because of the Roman's going to be in the main event. You could be in the main event too. See, guess what? Seth's going to be there too. Our favorite guy. 3 men who hate each other the most in this wrestling world in one ring. And CM Punk decides to drop a bomb on us and let us know that that was not the favor he wanted in the first place. Courtney, I'm just going to ask you straight out, girl. What the hell do you think this favor is? If it ain't a WrestleMania main event, what is it?
He wants gold. He wants championship gold. And I will never forget because after Elimination Chamber, when CM Punk had that promo on Netflix, he called John Cena and The Rock bald-headed frauds. And he meant it because he said he is still, even though he has to deal with Seth and Roman, he hasn't forgotten about those two. And he wants a piece of both of them. And especially the first time he did the pipe bomb promo on Raw back in 2011, he was upset The Rock had the main event. So he wants to be in that main event with championship gold because CM Punk's been in WrestleManias. He's done Money in the Bank ladder matches. He's done mid-card matches. He's done so many matches in between, except headline and main event at WrestleMania and win a championship.
Child, listen. But now, if there's no title involved in your main event, where are you going to get the title from? Are you going after Gunther or are we going after Cody? Because you're on the same show as Cody was tonight.
He ain't going after Gunther. He's not going after Gunther.
Because Jay got Gunther. We know that. That's guaranteed already. But what the hell? And then Paul Heyman says, I don't want to take the Lord's name in vain because but damn it, when CM Punk said that. So Paul Heyman knows exactly what this favor is. Paul Heyman knew this day was coming.
And we're in WrestleMania season? Come on.
And the final boss hasn't even showed up yet.
What if he... I know this is a long shot, but...
Dad says, do you think Punk wants the Rock's People's Belt? I don't think he wants that. I think he's just trying to eliminate the final boss.
And plus,
that's been Punk's. That's always been Punk's problem.
He wants to do that, and John. And also, we haven't seen the Rock. We haven't seen the final boss since Elimination Chamber.
We haven't seen it. Yeah. No, we haven't seen
2.5 weeks.
And we're in Chicago next week. Why do I feel like final boss is going to show up? Why do I feel like the final boss is going to show up next week in Chicago and embarrass the shit out of CM Punk on his home turf? Why do I feel like that could be a possibility? Because I'm thinking about where we were last year. And around this time last year, we had just finished seeing the final boss beat the daylights out of Cody Rhodes. Who's he bleeding out this year? Because John Cena did that himself with Cody. Well, and a pointless, useless Travis Scott. But that's neither here nor there. Who is The Rock coming after? Because CM Punk has had a lot to say. And where's Cena in all of this? Because when are we going to see Cena and The Rock side by side together again?
They have to do it before WrestleMania. Because Raw, it's going to be in London. And Cody and John are going to have a stare down again. I'm going to say this. If I don't see nobody beating the crap out of each other, security coming in, Pierce yelling, like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Pierce gonna need somebody gonna need to get Adam Pierce his own personal bartender because he's gonna need a hefty drink.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. Cody wanted to swing at John this past week.
Yeah, they're saving it. They're saving it as best as possible, man.
But sooner or later, they got to pull the trigger right before Mania. Like, he's been dying.
Yeah, they're having a salivating at the chomping at the bit for these matches. Like, now it's to the point where we look like the hyenas from Lion King that haven't eaten in a long time, where we're like, more. Like, we need more. Please, more. Feed me more. I need more. Give me more. More final boss. More CM Punk. More. Like, oh my God. I just need it all. Like now with that cliffhanger, and now that we know that that's not the favor, that just blew everything out of proportion. Because now we gotta wait till next week to see what that's like. Oh my God. They're becoming like, ugh. The way I know what Triple H is doing, man. Triple H is on that Game of Thrones kind of freaking build up. But the only difference is that his ending is going to be dope. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm excited for next week already. Next week, I know we have a few things lined up. We got Big Jim gonna be meeting Gunther. We also have there's just gonna be so much more, guys. I'm so disoriented from this evening and how well done SmackDown was. Kudos to the writers and kudos to the producers tonight because y'all were on freaking point.
And
Y'all were
it's also led by the Road Dogg too. He's one of the people leading SmackDown backstage.
listen. Gotta love Road Dogg.
Yep, Naomi
versus B Fab next week. Yep, as well. Oh my god, it's next Friday is gonna be a lot of fun, guys. But
It'd be so fun.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what that favor is. And there's no other choice. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way around it. We got to wait and see. But I appreciate you guys so much. Courtney, thank you so much for hopping on here for the watch along and the post show as well. It's always a pleasure having you on the show with me. Always good to have some company to talk to. And it was a good night for it too. So I'm glad you came through. Before we head out quickly, if you could just let everybody know where they could find you on these social streets.
Oh, well, I mean, they could always find me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesdays, I have my Stone Cold Elite Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, I do my watch along for Dynamite. You do not want to miss next week's episode because it is the final Dynamite before Dynasty. And they will be in Illinois next week. So I already have stuff planned. Will Ospreay is going to be back next week. And also in a rare sighting, we are going to have a tornado mixed tag team match. Marina Shafir, John Moxley taking on Swerve Strickland and Willow Nightingale next Wednesday. So you do not want to miss that. Also, feel free to follow me on my social channels at CourtneyNJ11 on Twitter and Instagram because content is coming from Queen of the Ring. It is coming. We're definitely doing that. And also all the good stuff that we got delivered in the coming weeks, in the coming months. You do not want to miss it.
Good stuff, guys. You guys already know you guys can find me here every Friday, sometimes on a Monday and Wednesday. You know, the busy bee schedule picks up as the days get warmer, but I am more than happy to be able to make my presence known where it is accepted and loved, which is always here. Women's Wrestling Talk, WWT Live, as well as every weekend. You can find me with the Kayfabe podcast. Also, check out Straight Out of a Comic Book, hosted by Will, our councilman. We had a really cool discussion with some really cool folks. So make sure you guys check that out as well. We are pretty much, our episode was talking about Saturday morning cartoons. And
I gotta watch that episode.
It was a really good time. It was a fun time. Shout out to Grace Aubrey, Sly Cooper, and Doc's Pop-Ups, and of course Dion and Will. That was a fun show to be a part of. So make sure you guys check that out on the socials. Kayfabe podcast, of course, as I said, every week we got another episode coming for you tomorrow, which I still have to set some things up, and Will's gonna kill me because I haven't done it yet. But lot been going on. Yeah, Wrestling with Honey on all the socials: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the YouTube Wrestling with Honey podcast as well. And I appreciate everybody. Shout outs to all you guys in the chat. Shout outs to All Caribbean Wrestling, our amazing sponsors. Check them out on the socials and all their events they got going on. They just finished up a really cool event called Saturday Night Vibe, and they have a lot more coming in store for the summer as well. Jeffrey, Dad, Gas Mask, Eric Tate, Bobby Batito, Cindy, Eric Isaac, Q Will, appreciate you guys. Let me see, there's a few more. Fernando, Pachu, as well as Aaron Teagle, Benjamin, Boza. Man, you guys just rock. You guys are awesome, and we always appreciate you guys joining in on these watch alongs. Today was a good one, y'all. Today was a one for the books for sure. Today was a lot of fun. A lot of cool surprises, a lot of cool sneak peeks, a lot of A little bit of everything, a lot of it. But again, thank you guys so much for joining us on the Honey Night SmackDown watch along, and of course we'll see you again next week. Next Friday I will be here for the watch along. Make sure you guys check out all my co-hosts and other fellow panelists here at WWT and all the cool things they got going on, and we appreciate you. This stuff does not happen without you guys, so thank you guys so much. And hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And this is Wrestling with Honey, the Sweetest Deuce, and Stone Cold Timeless Elite Courtney signing off. And we will see you guys next time. Have a good night, y'all.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WWTalkpod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.